So load and pull. Right, that's stable, yeah? Okay, now try and pull me. Right, yeah. Do you see why that's so important?
Yeah.
The nice thing with this is this will match up beautifully with what you're also doing.
Yeah.
Like this, I just want you to think of this as like something separate that's helping the other stuff. Turn as far as you can towards the yellow pole. Oh, good man.
Double plate ready.
First of all, this is your sequencing when it comes to ground reaction forces. If you look through the tour range, your numbers are good. Do a few pumps into that left and then turn through.
Yeah, that felt different.
Honestly, great drill that.
Yeah. We've got a really good video for you all today. A lesson with Ben Emerson, and this one is going to be so in-depth. I actually live on an island, so I have to get a ferry, and Whitelink is who I always use. Nice, easy 45-minute crossing in the morning, and yeah, the day starts here really. Ferry, an hour and a half drive up, and then into a super in-depth lesson. This is going to be unbelievable, so hold on tight, and yeah, I hope you guys enjoy this one.
So basically I'm just going to walk around you and we'll just do a quick screen. They
Cool.
look like this. So nothing's difficult, nothing should hurt.
No.
God, if anything hurts, then probably
Yeah,
golf
give
is
it
not
your
for
shout.
you.
Yeah.
Can you just go into golf posture? So if you
Yeah.
just stand on there, and I just literally want to see normal golf posture first of all. And what I'd like you to try and do is keep upper body as stable as possible and just separate your lower body. So get this feeling of, so upper body's stable, and I just want you to disassociate your lower body.
I'm
Just see,
terrible at that.
can you actually keep your upper body as stable as possible? Can you see your upper body moving, right? From side to
Yeah,
side?
I can feel it, yeah.
If I hold you like this, try and do the same thing. Right, is that easier?
Yeah, a little bit, yeah.
Yeah, you just need a cuddle. That's
Yeah,
all.
yeah.
Go on, do the same thing again.
Yeah. Yeah.
You think that's massively
tough to
important
really-
for us,
yeah.
but if you're thinking in the golf swing, the first thing that goes with good players is hips, so we need a bit of separation.
Yeah.
Could be a bit of a power loss in that.
Yeah, that's tough, isn't it? Yeah.
So now can you do it the other way around? So now can you keep
Top half.
lower body stable as possible and
Yeah.
just move your upper body? This isn't
Fast
how far,
or-
by the way, I just want to see like, can you do it? So can you keep
Oh, right,
lower
okay.
body stable? So you do that really easily.
Yeah, really easy.
You must be a good putter, right?
Yeah, sometimes.
Okay. Well, it's not the physical limitations holding you back.
Yeah.
And bear in mind, like with all of this, like we're just trying to find out like how we can get you better, like
Right.
what limitations you've got, what
Yeah.
could be potentially holding you back, which is exciting because you're a good golfer, but there's people have limitations they don't even know about, which is why we test.
Scary, isn't it?
So if you go back into golf posture, can
Yeah.
you get your belt to go down, and then I want it to post back up again this way. So keep upper body,
Like your pelvis, kind
just your pelvis, yeah. Pelvis goes down and then back up. Trying to stay in posture while you're doing it. You do that a lot better than Timmy did.
Yeah, that's tough. It's tough to like disassociate your body. Do you know what I mean? Like it's kind of a skill, isn't it?
Yeah.
You really have to think about it.
Do you feel any like shaking or jarring when you're coming back up?
Yeah, like in my knees.
In your knees?
Yeah. Maybe like my knees and my like lower back.
It's a weird motion, but
Yeah, it is,
that
yeah.
motion happens in a golf swing, right? Which is why we test it, because it's a good source to see like what your pelvis can do, what your hip range can do, but also to then see how energy is going to go through body.
Through the body, the whole, yeah.
We always say it's like a yellow wave of energy starting from the ground, going through the body and into the club.
Yeah.
If there's anything that's holding you back and stopping that energy, then we're going to try and fix it.
Yeah.
You look absolutely bizarre, by the way, doing that.
Yeah.
But that, like I said, that motion happens in a golf
I do
swing.
that in the gym. That I don't know what the stretch is called, but
like cats and dogs?
Yeah,
or
yeah.
Cat-cow, depending where you are.
Yeah, that's it. Yeah.
Yeah, cool. So can you touch your toes, first of all? Like, you're pretty good at touching your toes?
Just about, maybe.
Yeah, that's not, I've seen someone not get to their knees before.
Really?
That was bad. Okay, and let's just test your arms. So put your one arm up like this. I just want you to fold it as far up as you can. Can you go any further?
No.
No. Go into golf posture. So go back into golf posture and then do exactly the same thing again. So arm up to here, and I just want you to fold it up as far as you can.
Yeah, that's as far as I'm going there.
Yeah, okay. Now on this side, do the same thing this way. So stand up straight first of all and just fold it up 90 degrees, just fold up as far as you can. So you're level with your spine, right?
Yeah.
So go now into golf posture and do the same thing. These look really strange, by the way, but I promise they mean an awful lot.
Yeah.
An awful lot.
That kind of ties in, I think, really well with something that I've been working on with Jay with the right arm stuff. So like, he says that my right arm goes internal in the downswing, so I have a tendency to go that way with the right arm.
Yeah.
Which is like the steepening move.
Okay.
So like generally I've been trying to work in like getting the forearm up and then trying to keep that throughout the whole swing really.
Yeah, I mean we're going to test the forearms and stuff in a second, but if you think about that arm there, like that's you at 90 degrees, right?
Yeah.
Now some players can go further, some can go less, but like imagine if you're a player that got to here.
Yeah,
right?
so that's the only way you
if you were there in the swing, because that's the top of the swing, right?
Yeah.
So if you can only get to here, well then of course this elbow is going to try and fly up.
Lift, yeah.
And like there's some good players that have a flying elbow, by the way.
Yeah, there
Jack
is.
Nicklaus did all right. You know,
Scotty.
there's some good players that have that.
Yeah, there is. Yeah.
But I just want to make sure that can you physically do it or not. So like,
Yeah.
do you remember in the old days people used to put like a head cover under the
Yes, I've
under
seen
here?
that underneath
Right,
the right arm.
That was a big one for ages.
Yeah.
To try and keep in. But what if you can't do it? If you
Yeah,
can't
if
do
you
it,
can't
then that's a pointless exercise, isn't
It
it?
is,
Because that's
yeah,
not actually going to
100%.
help you.
Yeah.
So what people then do is they feel restricted here, so they can't get their arm up any higher because they physically can't. So then they try and do other things. They try
I've
and go
always
into
said
different
like
ways.
in the golf swing, like if you're physically trying to get a swing to look a certain way, like you generally might not be able to get there anyway. You know, so like you can try and make it look however you want, but if you physically can't get there, how are you ever going to achieve that?
It's weird because like golfers as well at the moment, like because like social is obviously a massive thing. People can film on their phones like so easily.
Yeah.
You can compare yourself with like Adam Scott,
best
Rory,
players in the
Tiger
world,
Woods.
yeah,
Like
yeah.
most people would need surgery to get to Tiger Woods' position. Tiger's had surgery to get to that position, right?
Yeah.
So like if you're copying that, like
Yeah.
is that the right thing to be doing?
Yeah, I know
Well,
what you mean. It's
probably
it's
not.
awful. Yeah.
It's funny because it doesn't happen in other sports as
No,
much
it
as it does
doesn't.
in this. Like,
Yeah.
like let's say you're in gymnastics world, right? And you had an Olympian like gymnast say, right, I want you to show, I'm going to show you a backward bend, right? And then I could say, right, Josh, I want you to do a backward bend, and I want you to make it look like that. You'd go,
What?
no, like I physically
It's
can't.
impossible. Yeah.
But that's kind of what golfers do.
Yeah, in
Like-
a way. Yeah.
And it honestly drives me mad.
Yeah.
Because it's like, I just want to, that's why we do this screen first, to go, what are your limitations? Like,
Yeah,
what can I do
100%.
with you?
Yeah, yeah,
And
yeah.
it's not a case of like, I don't want to, it doesn't mean that we have to then go in to then fix it straight away, but it means then we get a choice. We can then go, right, we either fix the body or we work around it.
Yeah, 100%.
Because there's a lot of good players that have, like, say, early extension, for example, and they do really well with it.
Yeah.
One of the reasons why at TPI we say it more of a swing characteristic is because there are some that do very well with it.
From that position.
I just want to see if there's problems that are caused based on your body that
Yeah.
we make sure we're aware
Generally,
of it first of all,
would
and then we
you
can fix.
work with the body of how it is, or would you?
Most of the time, yeah.
Do you? Right.
Yeah. So then we go, right, well, what have we got?
Yeah.
First
Okay.
of all.
Yeah.
Then we're going to get you, like I said, we're going to get you on the 3D system and see what are you doing
Yeah.
to see if they match.
To back
Because
that
what
up.
if you're not going to the movement that you've got, then that's
Yeah.
exciting because it means we've got
Yeah,
more to do.
Yeah, 100%.
But what if you're conning it? What if you're
Yeah.
finding different ways to work around body? That's when injuries happen.
Yeah.
And that's that for me. What I always say, we do
I was
no
just
harm.
about to say that because, like, at motion as well, like you physically, if you're moving quicker, I suppose you could probably get into some of these dodgy positions that you might not be able to physically get in here, but at speed you could probably
Find a way.
forcefully get into that position.
Massively, yeah. Bear in mind, like the average golf swing is around 1.25 seconds long.
Right, is it?
Like,
Yeah.
the downswing is the 0.25.
It's quick, isn't
so,
it?
yeah.
It's
I
quick.
always make it. I always say that
Yeah.
because it's funny when you say like
Yeah,
when people
it's
say I've
quick.
got 3 or 4 swing thoughts going on. You're like,
Yeah, how?
where? I would love to know
Yeah.
where that kind of happens. But it's one of the reasons why we spend so long. I always feel like working on good backswing positions because we have more time.
Yes.
It's not much
Yeah,
time,
yeah.
by the way, but it is.
It's a bit more
It's
time.
more time.
Yeah, than that.
and then just. But it always quite funny. I always think when people say, like, when they go and practice, when you watch most amateurs practice, like they're battering balls. Like that's just not golf.
No.
And it's so, I always think like there's a big difference between like practicing actual golf swing and practicing playing golf, because they are two different things.
Yeah, it is, definitely.
Like if you're like, what's the first par at your course that you play?
4.
It's a par 4, right? So if you're in there in regulation, it's 2 seconds.
Yeah, it is.
Do you know what I mean? Like it's,
that's
or
right,
just a bit over, right? It's 2.5 seconds of golf. But it's taking you 10 minutes potentially to play that hole.
Yeah.
Right? If you did that a couple of times, like what's the next one? Par 4, par 3?
Par 3.
Par 3, right? So again, it's 1.25 seconds added on.
Yeah.
Try go to the driving range and in 20 minutes, try and hit 3 balls and tell me how you get on. Like it's it just doesn't happen, does it? But that's golf, right? And I always think like it's so important when you're practicing, in my opinion, to like have a clear guide of going, right, am I practicing golf swing or am I actually practicing playing golf? Because they are in 2 different buckets, they're 2 different things.
I think sometimes as well, like for me personally, I would say the golf swing ultimately decides how that outcome is anyway. So like I've always been obsessed with swing because that takes care of the outcome. And like the outcome is like...
And bear in mind there's some people that do the opposite way.
Yeah.
So
and
no
like
right or wrong.
Yeah, like I just don't... But for me personally, I feel like if swing's in a good place, I'm going to go out and perform. So I'd rather take all of my time and put that into swing rather than try and focus on the outcome.
Yeah, and that's, do you know what, that's such a personal thing, I think, to kind of see. You're a player that plays a lot, like you practice a lot too, which is great. Like that's like, who wouldn't want to have your life, by the way?
It's not bad.
It sounds all right. Can I get you just to do a deep squat for me? So I just want you
this
to...
is the bad one.
I need
behind the head? Or?
So above your head.
Yeah.
And I want you to squat down and just see how low can you get without that club coming forward.
Not very.
You need to work on your confidence in that. Okay, I agree with you. This is not...
I just know this is a department I don't back myself in.
We don't do many squats in the gym though, right?
I don't.
You don't?
No.
No, okay.
No.
Go on, do it again. See how low you can go. Okay. If you take this away, and I want you just to put your hands like this, just on your side, and just see, can you go down? Like, can you go down further?
I can, but my back like gives way.
When you say gives way?
Well, like more? To get lower, I'd have to go like that. You know, my back.
Okay.
But if I stick something underneath my heels, I'm deadly at the squat.
If we, okay, so we're going to test that in a second. But if you had a ball like this, can you actually? This is just a little cheat to get into a squat. I just want to see if technically or physically you can't do it.
Yeah.
Like if you just go down, can you get your bum to go below your ankles, drop the ball, and come back up again?
Come back up. Yeah. Made that look easy.
That's not my first time doing it. So if you go down, try and get bum below.
Yeah, that's as low as I'm getting.
Yeah, okay.
I'm going to
drop
fall
the ball.
back if I... Yeah.
I have seen people fall back.
Have you? Yeah, I was close. Yeah.
Do you feel you're having to stabilise?
Yeah,
though, right?
really
to
trying to stabilise.
Yeah. That position.
I actually feel more of a stretch. It's weird. I normally feel it in my calf, but I feel it now more in like the front of my leg here.
Okay. Let's just test your ankles then. So if you just go into take a knee for a sec.
Yeah.
I just want to see how far forward can you actually move your ankle, as in your knee towards the
toe.
me. So if you're just doing that with me here, so just take a knee. Do you feel like your weight shifting from side to side, or does it feel pretty straight?
No, and then I've done this recently in Qatar with a guy called Gary, the PT out there. He got me to go like, is that external that way?
Yeah, so as in...
And then external's fine, but then when I go internal, like it's terrible.
Okay, we are going to test some other stuff in a minute.
Yeah.
Do the other one as well. Which one felt harder?
Probably left, I'd say.
Yeah, okay. Cool. Please don't panic with any of these.
Yeah.
It's just quite nice to know what we've got to work with.
Yeah,
like,
100%.
And to be fair, like if sometimes the higher it is, the score that we get out of this, like in a way,
the better.
It's a good thing.
Is
like,
it? Yeah.
Well, like most people panic, I think, when I tell them their score and they're like, really? Is that what I am? But I'm like, think of the opportunities
that you've got to develop.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Like I always say,
100%.
it's like if someone was off +6 and the handicap comes in at +6, I would argue that you're maxed out.
Yeah.
Like that could be
Yeah,
an
that's
argument.
yeah, 100%.
But if it comes in at like 12 or
Yeah.
20 or 30, I don't think you're going to be 30.
Do
but
you find
then
that...
there's massive potential to get better.
Yeah, but do you find, I was going to say, is there a way of like, say I do get better, would that then maybe affect performance in a bad way because I've been tight in a certain area?
Yeah,
do
you know, that's a great question.
Yeah.
That's rare to see.
Is it?
Because actually
Yeah.
it's more a case of like, well, it's hard to be too flexible.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? Like that's not, like I
It's
always
not a
think
thing. No.
there are quite a few, I have taught a few hypermobile people in the past
Have you?
who
Yeah.
are, they can be a nightmare in certain respects because they can turn
forever.
Yeah, and just keep going, right?
Yeah.
Which then, that could be a possibility that we then have to make sure we can restrict them to a point.
Yeah.
But that's rare.
Yeah.
But I'd much prefer that than someone that can't get there in the first place.
I suppose it's just having then awareness of like where you're now able to turn, and you know if you're hitting a 9 o'clock wedge now that you know you feel like you're there, but actually you're just turning forever. Probably just a bit more awareness of what you're doing.
100%, and also like I said, it's always injury free, right? I don't want, if somebody can't do something body wise, but they're doing it in their swing, I've got to go, well, how are you doing that?
How are you doing that?
Like what compensations are you putting in?
Yeah.
So like when people come back with like back problems or cause lower back pain is is an absolute
that's the
nightmare.
killer, isn't it?
Like I always want to say, like, is the body causing that or
Yeah.
not helping with it, or is
Yeah.
it just the swing is just needs tearing apart for a bit
yeah.
to protect your back? Like so that's why we do this test.
Yeah.
So what I just want to do is like, if I can get into this wall, I just want you to get lower back nice and flat against the wall. I want you to keep the lower back there, and I just want you to lift your arms up as high as they can. I just want to see how far you can get your thumbs to the wall.
So into a squat or
into like a little seated position, lower back here nice and flat.
Yeah.
That's it, thumbs up, and just see, can we touch the wall? Okay, you're cheating a bit, like your lower body's just coming away, come back, so your lower back is just coming away. Now do the same thing again. Yeah, cool, good man.
That's a birdie, that one, isn't it?
It's like, yes. Yeah. Right, I want you to, let's do a quick balance test.
Yeah.
Do you have any beers last night?
No.
No, good man. If you literally lift one leg up like this, I just want you to balance your arms by the side. I want you to try and keep them there. I don't want them to whirl around.
Yeah.
And I just want to see how long you can hold that for, but with your eyes closed.
Okay.
So have a practice go first, and just whenever you're ready, shut your eyes and let's see.
I'll go for it now. Oh, Jesus, why is that so... Yeah, that's crazy,
Okay,
isn't it?
that's your practice go done, right?
Yeah, is that practice round?
This is second serve in tennis.
Okay,
Let's go for
right.
it. Okay, let's do the other one. It was better.
Yeah, that
shows how much your eyes play a role in balance.
That's my strong leg as well. Right, I'll shut now.
I can see your feet like
yeah,
doing
it's
this.
crazy, isn't
Go on,
it?
have one more go. One more go. I reckon you can do better than that.
Yeah. Oh my God.
Or not. Don't worry.
No.
We'll go for the first one.
First round. Yeah.
Average on tour is only around 15 seconds. Like
is
it's
it?
not.
Yeah.
It's not long.
Wow.
Like at all.
Yeah.
But it just tells me how much balance or not.
You've got. Yeah.
Right. If I just get a 6-iron, because it's got perfect angle for us to do this.
Yeah.
I just want to test your hips. So I want you to put one foot up, hands on hips, and I just want you to rotate as far as you can towards that yellow pole. Swap the feet over and do the same thing.
Okay.
I just want to see how tight your hips are. So one foot just rested, hands on hips, and just turn as far as you can towards the yellow pole.
Just the hips? Or
Good man, that's great.
Yeah?
Yeah, now swap the feet over. Do the same thing, and just go as far as you can, the same way. Oh, it's a bit tighter, isn't it?
It is, yeah. I can feel my right foot. That would explain the backswing.
Like, getting a good load into the backswing, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Do you know what's really weird as well? I did some work in Qatar with like, I don't want to say waking up this right hip, but like almost like activating it before.
Yeah.
And then like before, like my backswing before would be shorter. You could see the right foot start to do this. Go in and activate it, and then my backswing was I was getting so much deeper in the backswing, and the right foot was stable as anything.
Yeah, nice. Well, the thing is, if it can't turn,
Yeah.
you're going to try and either, well, you potentially could be swaying.
Yeah.
Or you're just getting to a limit of where you
100%
go, right?
of where you're at, yeah.
It's one of the reasons why a lot of players like to flare their feet out.
Yeah,
like
I do, yeah. I've started doing that now,
Well, if you try, right, so just see
Yeah.
how far you can go. Like, put your feet like this, so they're
Yeah.
in, and I just want you to turn as far as you can that way.
Yeah.
Now go a bit wider and turn them in. Like, look ridiculous. Like, turn them in and then just see how far can you turn.
Yeah, not very.
That's really tight, right?
Yeah.
Now do it the other way. Now flare them out and now turn.
It's huge.
Yeah.
Yeah, huge turn.
This is, if we tight hips, that's just an easy.
Is that a
quick
cheat
fix.
code or is that?
I still want to fix the hip, right?
Yeah.
But as in, like, you still want to go and
Like
play
a quick
golf
fix, yeah.
But it's just nice to see. Now, can we do this way?
Similar.
And just turn towards me this way. That's so much better than the other way.
Yeah.
Okay, swap over. Yeah, good man. So it's more just right leg into backswing. Unfortunately, that's quite a biggie for us.
Is it? Yeah.
Because that's you understanding and how to get a
good load in that right side, yeah.
Yeah. So that's hips. Now let's just see what upper body can do.
Yeah.
So if you're right, just to sit on here, just sit on the corner if you don't mind. Like, so you're this way, facing like this.
This way?
Yeah, I want you to put the club behind your back. And what I'd like you to do is cross your legs over, so your knees are together. We're going to do both ways, and then I want you to
all the way, like
no, just keep them low,
just
like
that, yeah.
just so your knees are together. And then I want you just to turn as far as you can into your backswing.
Oh God, did you hear that click?
Okay.
That is awful.
We shouldn't click to
That is awful.
Go on, do that one more time.
Yeah.
And remember, if anything hurts, please stop.
Yes.
It's really tight on that side.
Yeah, it's tight, isn't it?
So now swap them over, do the other way. And now go into the downswing. Does this feel easier?
Yeah, a lot easier. Feels a lot more
I'm not going to lie, it's still tight though.
Still tight, yeah.
It's still tight.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
I'm curious to see how you get into your backswing, if I'm honest.
Yeah.
Because if you think you're super tight here with your hips,
Yeah.
your chest is super tight. Like, we shouldn't be getting too big of a turn because you physically can't.
I do a lot with like
Arms, wrists.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, we test them now. So if you
Right.
put your arms like this,
Yeah.
and just go palms up, palms down. Yeah, thumbs up in the air, thumbs down, thumbs back up again. This is your release. Yeah, make a fist, just go out in front, and I want you to flex down. How far can you go?
Yeah, that's max really.
Okay, and back up again. Okay, I need to test the flexion. So if you do that one more time, just I want you to flex down. You sure that's all you can go? Down?
Yeah, it's tight.
Any injuries in the hands before? Have you ever done anything?
I actually had a bit of like right wrist pain, but I think that was from the sim. I had like I had a mat that was
Hard
quite
mat
firm.
Okay.
But that's the only pain I've
Did
had.
that go into elbows
Not
at all?
really, no, it was just
more
the wrist, yeah.
Can I just test this one? So just make a fist and go down.
Yeah.
Just from like squaring the club face up.
Yeah, I do struggle with squaring it.
Quite a big one, that, yeah.
Yeah, I do struggle with, like, I would say that's where we was talking with Jay, so like right arm, forearm up, but then right wrist down.
Yeah.
And then generally what I used to do would be like the right wrist would then be like under it in the downswing here, open face, and then
Yeah,
right.
so if you think like if that's you extending on the right, this is you flexing on the left. Like that's most good players at the top of the swing, the first thing we see is that flex down
shallow,
slightly.
yeah, that's shallow, yeah.
But you need to be able to do it, you need to be able to extend with the right and then do it with the left.
Right.
Right, you
So
can't.
it's like a combination.
Well,
of
you're
the two.
struggling with the left.
Yeah.
So my argument is that the best thing to do?
Right. Okay.
As in to square the club face up.
Yes.
Because like when you look at a lot of good players at the top of the swing, the first thing we see in sequencing wise from lead wrist is we see a slight flex this way.
Yeah.
They then start to unhinge that ulnar deviation that sounds too
yeah,
scientific. You're literally unhinging.
Yeah.
And then finally you then release. So you kind of then, you get this kind of
Square the
supination of just then the wrist fall going over.
Yeah.
And it happens in exactly that order.
Yeah.
If you've got a restriction in certain ways, then we're going to find other compensations
Other ways to
go.
do it. Yeah.
So how
I'd
we
say I've
square the
always-
club, I'm looking forward to seeing how you do that in a sec.
I've always played better golf, I'd say, from like generally holding it rather than releasing it.
Yeah, it's just fine. That's what you can do, right?
Yeah, I'd say like when I start releasing it heavy, like driver gets like it's like a late release. It's like hold and then flip almost. It's not like a nice release.
You find a way.
Yeah, yeah.
Good old fine way of release. Okay, cool. So let me just write these down. Good thing we're doing this test though is it just means we have some facts to work on, and we can kind of go, well, this is what swing is gonna. It's gonna almost predict what you think your swing should look like.
Right. Okay.
In a way, from percentages, from a problems point of view.
Yeah.
Can I just test your neck? So if you stand up really tall, and I just want you to get your chin as close to collarbone. See if you can touch me over here with your chin. Yeah, and do the same thing this way. Just try and get as close as you can. Yeah. Cool. 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 Right, let's move this out of the way, and one more. All I want you to do is get on the floor.
Yeah.
I want you to get knees together, thighs together, bum off the ground.
Yeah.
And I want you to hold this pose for as long as you can.
Okay.
We're going to test. Hopefully no one walks in.
Yeah. Okay.
So bum off the ground, thighs together, and then just stick one leg out. That's it. Arms up to me. And I just want you to hold that for as long as you can. If you feel any cramping, please stop.
I do straight away in the left leg.
Okay, come down. Come down again. When you feel any cramping, it's like, it's not if, it's when, it's going to happen, right? So let's just change over. Do the other leg.
The other leg?
Yeah. Go straight out.
It wasn't like awful cramping, it was just like, oh, that's a...
You feel, we'll test it, maybe, but I don't like pain.
No.
Can you feel your stomach shaking?
Yeah. Feels like a plank.
You look like, no, I'm joking. if you did the other way around, now lift up. So you're going to cramp? You okay?
That side's all right, yeah, it's fine, yeah.
Yeah, no, come down, come down. There's a bit of shaking going on, but nothing drastic. The cramping kind of bothers me a touch.
Does it? Yeah.
Right, so this is what we call a golf fitness handicap, but I prefer calling it a mobility score. Like it's just some people get really precious with the, handicap.
Yeah.
It goes from, I believe it's +7, although I don't think I've ever seen that.
Wow.
And it goes to up to 36. I can tell you now, you're not +7 and you're not 36, right?
Okay, that's good.
So, well, it depends how we look at it. Where do you reckon you are, like score-wise?
I reckon I'm about 28.
Oh, selling yourself short. 25.
25?
Yeah.
Yeah.
25. So there's a couple of big reds on here. The
Could you
lower
screenshot that actually?
I will send you the whole link to this.
Yeah, that's awesome. Yeah.
So you've got the whole thing so you can see. And then what it does is then it predicts what...
Oh, that's pretty cool.
Yeah, exactly what could happen in the swing.
Oh,
so
wow.
From a loss of posture point of view, early extension, you've got a 90% chance of losing posture in your swing.
That's mental, yeah.
You've got an 83% chance of swaying in the swing and a 74% chance of sliding. You've also got a 74% chance of going into what we call reverse spine.
So you can predict, like, that's actually crazy, isn't it?
Do you know, I've never seen this wrong, but what I always say is like, this is what you're fighting against on a daily basis.
Yeah, so like if I don't do that, I'm like really trying to...
This is what you're fighting against, right?
Yeah.
So I would love to see how you're not doing these things in a minute. Because you might not be.
No.
Honestly, you might be playing so much golf and you can get around it and you can shorten your swing and you can find other ways to compensate around this.
Yeah.
But actually your body is, like, I always think it's like it takes the road of least resistance.
Right.
So if there's problems that occur, is it body related? Is it a technical thing or a physical thing?
Yeah, that's
Well,
interesting.
we're going to see in a second both, right?
From that,
what I just want to do now is a very quick power screen. So that's just seeing what body can and can't do. I just want to see now what the engine's got.
Okay.
We're going to have some fun now.
Yeah.
So let's try. Okay. First of all, I just want you to do a basic jump test.
Yeah.
So just a vertical jump. And what I want you to do is, please don't hit this. For some reason, everyone hits the side.
Hit that, yeah.
I just want you to hit the M. Right? Okay. And I just want you to squat down.
How high is that first one?
Don't worry, I'm going to measure it for you in a second.
Okay.
The top one is 9.5 feet.
Wow.
So it's half a foot less than, like, basketball.
Bloody hell, okay. Do I get a run up or not? You get standing?
No, I need to do standing. I just want you to hit the M's. So don't hit it hard, because when you hit it hard, others go. So I just want you to work your way up.
All right.
If you can't make the first one, I apologise. Are you good?
Yeah.
have done it with one guy who couldn't get to the
Really?
first,
Oh,
so I had to lower it.
Yeah.
I mean, what we do is we measure it from your hand height and then up to the top, so we can work it this way. So now I just want you to work up.
Keep going.
Just go until you can't. I'm not giving you 14. You're gonna
Get that again.
You have to earn that one.
Okay.
Oh, good man. I didn't need to not give you
No.
14. Right, keep going. Go until you can't.
Oh, that was close on it.
It's
Is that
getting
a
harder
given,
now.
that one?
Yeah, you're giving
Yeah.
19. You're not having 20 though.
Oh, that's a reach, that one. Oh, yeah, that's close, isn't it?
Do you want one more go?
Yeah, I will, one more. All right. Oh,
Yeah, no, we're good. So what I want you to do is put your arm up as tall as you can, and just stand nice and tall, and we just basically measure from the bottom to here. So you're at 21 inches.
Okay.
So average currently on tour is between 23, 24
That's good, yeah.
inches. Long drive guys are around 30, 32
Are they?
inches. Just
Wow.
to put that into perspective, that's mad.
Yeah,
Like
that's
when
a
you
big
think of
jump,
it.
isn't it? Yeah.
Like this here, this box, that's 24 inches this way.
Wow.
This is 30.
I've done a...
That's a 30 vertical jump. Like that's
I think I've done
ridiculously
100
high.
centimetres in the gym before.
Okay. So we work on inches because we work on horsepower, which I'll show you in a second,
yeah,
right?
yeah.
So we got to there. What I now want to do is, can you do the same thing again?
Yeah.
But I'm just going to take a few away. I want you this time just to squat down. I want you to hold.
Yeah.
And then when I say go, I want you to then jump.
Okay.
So you're going to squat, you're going to hold. When I say go, I want you to jump.
Okay.
And go. Good man. I just want to see how much high or less can you do it with this.
I have to measure where I'm at, yeah.
And go. Good man.
Yeah.
Right, so we're the same, which is good.
Yeah.
Did you want to have one more go? Do you think you go higher?
No, that's all right. Yeah,
You're
I
good.
think that's my, yeah.
So
that's my window.
21 inches.
Yeah.
Where that's really important for us, it's just like our muscles are very different to, like, say, an elastic band.
Yeah.
An elastic band, I can stretch, I can hold it for as long as I want, it stores energy.
Yeah.
Our muscles don't store energy that way.
No.
So when we go down and hold, by me keeping you there for 5 seconds and then going, we lose all that kind of free energy that we get.
Yeah.
So now it's just raw muscle.
Raw power from that.
Raw
yeah.
power, yeah. Like we say at TPI, you're either a gazelle or a gorilla.
Right.
You're a bit of both.
Yeah.
Don't know what, we'll have to mix it up.
So is gazelle, that would be someone that's like in motion of it?
Just super, like I've had some footballers in here that just get to the top like it's nothing.
Do they? Yeah.
Well, if you think Michael Jordan's famous jump in 1973, whenever it was, 72,
Yeah.
like that famous, like when he flew across the air, he left the floor. He was something like 15 feet away or whatever it was.
That's
It was
mental,
like,
isn't
so
it?
he's
Yeah.
back by, close to your camera,
Yeah.
and got higher than that. Like if you actually look it up, I haven't
Yeah,
seen him
like-
do a vertical jump, but it's 45 or something ridiculous, 48
yeah,
inches
it's
high.
not normal, is it?
That's not normal, no. That's somebody that can do both. They're like
Yeah,
powerful
so they're-
and they're kind of springy on their
from the
feet.
ground. Yeah.
There's a couple of rugby players that I've coached as well that they are terrible with springiness on their feet.
Yeah.
So they're not gazelles, they're gorillas.
So they've
when
got
they
it
go
from
down,
the right.
they just have raw muscle power that can
jump straight
get
up.
them up there.
That's interesting. Yeah.
This is important when it comes to then the force plate data of like to go, well, what is your superpower? What can and can't do
Yeah.
with you?
Yeah,
Like, and
that's
if you're not
interesting.
using like your superpower, then you and I are going to have a chat because it's like,
What are you doing? You're missing out.
missing
Yeah.
a big picture, right?
Yeah.
So what I want you to do now is I'd like you just to take a seat on here for us.
Yeah.
And I want you just to get this ball.
On the here.
Yeah.
Yeah.
From there. And I want you just to, you're not allowed to, we're just going to chest pass it to me.
Okay.
So I'm just going to stand over there. And what I want you to do is just, you can move back and forward. You're allowed to do that. You just can't come off.
Okay.
So I don't want feet to come off and I don't want bum to come off the ground.
Yeah. Oh, it's about similar, wasn't it?
Yeah, do you think you
About
got
the
more?
same. Yeah, one more. Go on.
then.
Yeah.
That was a test to see if you're competitive. You are.
Yeah.
Congratulations. Let's do it.
Yeah. It's consistent, isn't it?
It's the same, right?
The yardage is dialed in there.
So it's not the furthest, but it's
Dialed
good
in.
to know. Let's just see what you've got. So I'm just going to zap you.
Yeah.
Okay, and now I like to do the same thing, but on the floor.
Okay.
So if I just move this out of the way. I want you to do basically a sit up and throw. So I want
Sit
you
up
to
and
do
throw.
over your head.
Yeah.
I want you to sit up and then throw it.
Okay.
Same direction at me, please.
Yeah. I'll try. I don't know how my aim's going to be.
If you can't sit up,
Yeah.
just then throw. I'm hoping
Really?
you can sit up.
Yeah. Ready?
Yeah.
Oh. Struggled there. Yeah.
Okay, that might just be technical. Let's try it again. Okay, it's the same, right?
Struggle, that one.
So let me write this down.
Is it similar?
2 foot less.
Was it? Right.
Go on, you can come up now, mate.
Cool.
You're good.
Oh.
Let me just put this in. Did you think you'd be doing this today?
No, I mean, this is quite interesting. As it relates to the golf swing, but it's
massively.
as it should.
It just means I get some good stuff. Like this is the thing of this is like the engine.
Yeah.
What have I got to work with? Like what are you using? What are your superpowers?
It's interesting
what
to like do it the other way around as well. Like maybe to get the data before you've done this, because it's.
Oh, yeah, massively. Like I like to see what
like
you've got.
What are you doing? Yeah.
I don't like to make many judgments of golf swings before I've actually tested
everything going on. Yeah.
Yeah, I remember Greg at TPI saying once that I love people with good instincts. I like coaches with good instinct.
Yeah.
But they back that instinct up with like data.
Yeah.
And more importantly, that data can change their mind.
Yeah, 100%.
Like that's kind of how I try and like live my life, how I work with coaching wise.
Yeah.
I don't like to have a methodology of just going, it's this way.
Straight into it, yeah.
That can help certain people. It can also do a lot of damage for others. I just like to be a little bit more open-minded of just like, what can can and can't do, and then let's build a program around that.
Yeah, 100%.
Right, let's just test your grip strength.
Cool.
Let's see what you got. So, right-handed first. Go for it. I just want you to literally squeeze it as hard as you can.
Felt some clicking there. Don't know if that was me or was it the machine.
Okay, let's do the other one. I hate to say it was you. Okay, this is balanced, right? So there's 32.
Yeah.
I want you to do your right hand again.
Okay. Yeah, that click threw me off.
Yeah. Okay.
Bit stronger that time.
Bit stronger, 36.5. Do you know much about grip strength? Have you ever done anything
in relation to
just golf
how it
swing?
affects golf swing?
Yeah.
I would imagine if you're really strong in your hands, would it potentially increase the way you pull down in the downswing?
It can do, yeah. I'll just save this so you've got it. So 36.5.
I suppose a little less grip pressure, would that allow it to fall a bit better?
Yeah, do you know, that's a great question actually. So in like grip pressure is massive. Like, do you remember in the old days, like Sam Snead used to say like about holding a bird?
Yeah.
Keeping a bird. I can tell you now that bird is dead.
Really?
Like, they're not. That's just not what happens.
I've heard the toothpaste one as well. Have you heard that one?
Yeah, don't let the toothpaste out. Right.
Yeah.
There's a couple of big like caveats with that, which are massively important. Like, let's say and I'll just show you this. Like, if I had there was a test done years ago with a tennis racket.
Yeah.
And they put a tennis racket in a clamp, right? And they got a tennis ball cannon, and they shot a tennis ball into the sweet spot of the racket to measure the velocity of how fast it went back, right?
Right.
So let's say it was, I don't know, 100 miles an hour.
Yeah.
Right. Then they undid the clamp and just rested on like a bit of wood, so there's no grip on it at all.
No.
Shot the cannon into the same sweet spot, so the racket went flying. What do you reckon the decrease loss would be? Any ideas? So let's say it was 100 miles an hour, racket's gone flying. How much loss do you think there would be if you hit the centre of the sweet spot?
Maybe like a 90 mile an hour decrease?
He says so about 10 miles an hour it's coming back. Yeah. Would it shock you then if I said there isn't any?
There's none at all?
Hardly, it's like it's minuscule.
Is it? Really? Wow.
Now, like Isaac Newton was pretty clever,
Yeah.
right? When you hit the centre of mass, centre of object, there is an equal and opposite reaction.
Yeah.
Right. Your face was exactly like mine when I learned this, and I went on a bit of a nuts like I want to find this out, right? But if you did that same test, but you shot it off the centre, and now you've got deflection, now there can be up to 80% loss.
Right.
So deflection is massive, like, but the big thing there is sweet spot, right, of where you hit. There was a guy in baseball who, we test other sports here, by the way, which is why I've got all these things.
Everything,
I like to learn about all sorts of sports, right? It's quite nice because there's certain things you can take from certain sports and put it into golf. Like,
definitely.
Just a bit of a mad scientist and that type of thing. I love it. But there was a guy called Todd Fraser. I think it was 2012, something like that. He let go of the bat as the ball was coming at him. Right. The ball hit the center of the mass, hit the center of the sweet spot, and he got a home run. So
he let go of it.
He wasn't holding on to it.
Wow.
So would you say grip pressure is important? Well, technically no. He's not holding on. So that's where that whole conversation started. So basically the thought then is, okay, if I hit the sweet spot, if I hit the center of mass, is grip pressure important? Well, no, it's not.
Right, that's interesting.
But compare that to then an average amateur and average player. Like, so if I got a normal club, if you were to think of like, from just a grip strength point of view, first of all, the average tour pro grips it from testing at TPI and some of the guys I've had in here at 55 kilograms.
Right.
So you're at 36, right?
Yeah.
So the average, I'm not going to take the mic, but the average amateur is around 30.
Okay.
So like, let's say you're an amateur asking a tour pro, how hard do you grip it? What does a tour pro tend to say? They normally go 5 out of 10, like 10 being strong. It's actually more like 6 and 7. They just don't.
They're not aware
of it as much.
Yeah.
But more important than that, that their 6 and 7 is not the same 6 and 7 as
yours
of an average amateur, right? We're on different playing fields. If a tour pro was being absolutely honest, if they want to feel what a tour pro feels, they would be gripping it like 100%.
Yeah, full whack.
To feel the same. I'm not suggesting you need to do that, by the way. That's really wooden. We're not going to get much whip. But if they wanted to feel the same thing, but then go back to that tennis ball and baseball test, right? Who hits the middle of the center more often?
Tour pro,
Tour pros.
Yeah.
Who misses the center? Who gets it all over the place? Unfortunately, amateurs, we enjoy the whole face. You know, that's part of our fun of golf, right?
Yeah.
But if you think about that from then logically, like if you hit the sweet spot, grip pressure is not important.
No.
Like it's really not important because you're hitting the center of the
Because it's out of the center of the club,
But if you're off the center, like that test with the tennis ball, then grip pressure is massively important.
Right.
Like
that's interesting,
So if you think tour pros have got the biggest strength, like to start with anyway, but they're also hitting the middle
of the face.
Now if you think about grip pressure in the swing, this is always a bit of a fascinating one. Where do you think the strongest they grip it is? Like where do they apply
setup?
So setup, they do a lot in takeaway, that's one of the things, but then through the swing, where do you reckon?
I'd probably have to say impact.
Impact, it's actually the top of the swing. It's in the change direction here.
Right, okay.
What you tend to find with good players, they actually release pressure as they go. So it gets lighter, because if it gets lighter, you get more of a whip and you create more speed.
Yeah.
If you're holding on to it, the only caveat I would say with that is if it's in like rough or if you're on like funny lies or something. That's
you're gripping it real strong.
Absolutely. But
trying to keep the face stable.
Gets lighter, gives you more speed.
Yeah.
If you were super strong and you're gripping it at like 100% to feel what a tour player does, you're not generating speed.
No.
You're actually taking it away.
So it's equal to just your personal...
So first thing is I want to show how you hit in the middle of the face.
Yeah, middle of the face.
Because now, like I said, grip pressure is not as important as it potentially could if you're missing it.
So for someone that's not hitting the middle of the face consistently, would you say you need to grip it strong?
No, that's that. I love that. Absolutely not. You just need to get your grip strength stronger.
Okay, yeah.
Because I need you to feel like you can still grip it at 5.
Yeah.
So you can then lighten up. Because if you then just try and kill it,
it's
then wooden when they're not releasing the club as well as you can.
Yeah.
So like, best way to get your grip stronger is pick up heavy stuff. Don't complicate it. Like you just need to first of all just test. Like the dynamometers are great, just so you can actually see what you're actually producing.
Yeah.
But the average is around 30 kilograms is what I see with most amateurs I apply here. Tour pros is around 55. So it's a big difference.
It's a big difference, isn't it?
Huge difference.
Yeah, it's huge.
So I'm not saying that people need to go out and start gripping it as hard as they can.
Really strong, yeah.
No, you just need to be aware of what you can do, and more importantly, are you hitting the middle of the face?
Yeah.
Because if you're not, then
grip it strong.
You need to grip it hard. Yeah. Okay, cool. So what we're going to do is just put those numbers in, and
Yeah.
we're just going to give you a bit of a power score.
Cool.
To then see what superpower is, and then what it
What
isn't,
needs
right?
work,
So
yeah.
we work on, so this is done in inches, that was done in feet. We kind of work out the horsepower and kind of
Right,
in the
okay.
engine, right? So this
Yeah,
is what
yeah.
it looks like for you. So lower body's coming out at 21, so that's green.
Right.
Unfortunately, the core
Yeah.
and the upper body is
Coming
in
in
the
red.
red.
Yeah.
Which means that if they're doing a lot in your swing, we've got a problem, because
Right.
that's not your superpower.
That's interesting.
I need to make sure that your legs are doing an awful lot, and
Yeah.
they're in the swing as best they can.
Okay.
You're using the ground, which we're going to do in a second on the
Yeah,
force
yeah,
plates,
yeah.
because your upper body is not your superpower.
Right.
Which means that
interesting.
I need to make sure it's not being used, and if it is being
Yeah.
used, or if you want to get then faster and more powerful, then we need to build it up.
It's interesting though, because I do this, well, you'll see in a minute, but like I would say a lot of my power comes from, I've always tried to keep this left arm straight. When I keep left arm straight, I lose so much power. But I would say a lot of my power comes from that move there, like
Yeah.
pulling my arm in this way. So when I get quicker, I'd say it goes that way. I like start to pull on this left arm.
Okay.
But
Well,
when I'm
let's
slower, it's probably a lot better, nice
I'm
and
feeling
wider.
more connected.
Yeah, yeah, it's a lot wider. Whereas
We're going to see that in 3D in a second.
yeah, my
so,
bad one is that
see
left
what-
arm kind of goes that way.
Talk me through like injuries first of all. Like I've seen what you can and can't do from day dot to now. Like any accidents, any injuries that I need to know
I had a
about?
bit of lower back pain, but I find it's all related to my calves. Like whenever calves get really, really
They're
tight,
tight.
my lower back's probably the first thing to give way.
Yeah. Does it give way in golf?
Touch wood, like it's not done for the last
Okay.
few
So you don't
years.
feel any pain playing
No,
golf? That's
no.
good.
The only thing I did have, really weird one, but I had like right big toe pain
Okay.
related
right.
to my calf though.
Yeah.
I think
okay.
there's a muscle that runs all the way through, isn't there?
Yeah.
Into your toes, and yeah,
that was triggering.
Same again, calf.
Body is very connected.
Yeah,
As in you
so-
can find that you fix something that
It's-
is hurting because of something else.
Something else, yeah. So generally, that's why I say first thing to you, like generally it's all calves.
Yeah. Knees? How are knees?
Fine.
Yeah. Pretty
Yeah,
good.
fine.
You're still young. Like,
Yeah, still, yeah.
what other sports did you do growing up? Anything
I
else other than
played
golf?
tennis quite a bit when I was younger, and I've just started getting back into paddle.
It's all about paddle now.
I love it.
Yeah.
I'm addicted. But
It's a good sport. I
really
think it's
good,
a
and the
sport.
fitness as well has been incredible.
Yeah. I joke with people when they get bad sequencing is
Yeah.
they need to stop playing golf and start playing paddle.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah,
so just
yeah, I
give
love
me
it.
a break and go.
But
and
it's
do
really
something
good for like fitness purpose as well. Like I'd say, just in terms of keeping fit and
else. Yeah, and
Yeah.
just hand-eye coordination. And
Yeah,
obviously all the rest of
yeah.
it. Anything else? Any other sports?
not really. No.
Okay, cool. When we get onto the force plates and the 3D system, I just want to see some like raw data, some raw shots. So, like I said,
Natural swing.
projectors off. You're not seeing where this is going.
Yeah.
I'm seeing everything. I'm going to record every single swing. Like, I want to see just you in raw form.
Yeah.
I don't want to see you manipulating it because of ball flight. I just
Right,
want to
okay.
see what the natural ball flight is.
Yeah.
If you want to know, please, you're welcome to see,
Yeah.
obviously. But this is not a simulator room. This is a training room. Like
Right.
this is to get you better as a golfer. And
Yeah,
I don't want to see you adding any compensations. I just want to see the raw stuff.
from behind it. Yeah.
What's happening golf wise that, like, if you had a couple of wishes that you were like, I'd love to get out of today, like from a swing point of view, like what's annoying you in your golf that you're like, I'd love to fix that? Or
Yeah. The so when I first went to CJ, swing direction was like quite left.
okay, how far
and
left? Can you remember?
Like about 4 or 5. Like
Okay.
I'm very good iron player, wedge player, crap with driver. Like
Okay,
awful.
right.
So, but then
Say
when,
it how it is. Like, don't
yeah,
hold back.
when swing direction gets down towards 0, irons then are like little draws, and driver is a lot more neutral.
Yeah.
And I'd say like I hit proper fades when the swing direction is closer to 0.
Yeah,
Whereas like
Which
my
would make
bad,
sense to what you were saying with your wrist, right?
yeah, my bad shot would be like a high right.
Okay.
So yeah, just that's always been a tendency of mine to get that way,
Yeah.
over the top. And
Go back
yeah,
to that screen just for a second though, right?
Yeah.
Do you remember that test we did to separate from here and here?
yeah,
I can't wait to see your sequencing of what leads the way at the top. We'll
Right.
go through it in a second to see.
yeah.
but-
I do a lot of like artificial shallowing. Like I do,
Okay.
like with my arms, I tend to kind of like feel that, but it's like I'm like cheating that, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
It's not. I'm not doing it with my body. I'm just physically at the top. I'm just going.
As in, you're good enough of a player to work it out.
Shallow it, yeah, and just draw. Like
manipulate
if someone
it.
said draw it, I could just draw
Okay.
it. But
Well,
it's not like
that's what playing golf every day does.
yeah,
to you,
it's
right?
not with the body or like properly doing it. I'd
Okay.
say.
So yeah, cool. We'll have a good look at that.
Yeah.
All right. I'm excited for this.
Yeah.
Any other wishes you'd like? Like what would be?
Just driver really. Like I'd
Okay.
say yeah. Like I've always been a good iron player and wedge player.
Yeah.
But I'd say driver's something that if I can get that strong, it would be a massive
Help.
Yeah,
Okay,
massive.
cool.
Yeah.
Right, what we'll do is let's get some data on irons first, like
Yeah.
to see. Like I was thinking, same-ish swing. Like I know driver's a bit
Yeah,
more
it
special
is.
this
Yeah,
club,
yeah,
but
yeah.
it's hard enough having one swing. You know, when
Yeah.
people say I've got like 3 or 4 swings for different clubs. Like,
Yeah.
Christ,
I always think as well,
hard.
like your problems, no matter if you do it in your irons, it will just be less. You know, when you get to driver, it will be
Yeah.
more.
Well,
But
it's kind of what I just want to find out, right?
Yeah,
Is it like,
yeah.
are you getting away with it with your irons?
exactly, yeah.
Or is it the same problem? Like if it is the same problem, great. It might be completely different, but
Yeah.
like I said, we test everything in here. So like I don't
Yeah.
want to make an assumptions.
No.
Mate, let's do it.
Yeah, awesome.
Let's do it.
Cool.
Double plate ready. Double plate ready. Double plate ready.
Missed that.
From a force plate point of view, basically we're just seeing how power starts from the ground, like how you're starting power,
Yeah.
to then see how that power then comes through your body and then into the club. If you start it wrong from the force plates, it's very rare to then suddenly amazing through the body.
Through the ball, yeah.
But we're going to test both, right? We're going to see how it starts, like we've just done, and then we're going to see on 3D then how that energy goes through. So the first thing I always look for on force plates is we always talk about sequencing. Like sequencing is a massive thing in golf.
Yeah.
Like if you're at a sequence, like I always joke, fast crap is still crap.
Yeah,
right?
yeah,
Sequencing
yeah.
is massive.
Yeah.
There's a couple of sequences I love to look for on force plates. The first one is just what we call your kinetic sequence, and that basically is just really simply this. You go to the top of the swing, the first thing we see with good players is we see a weight shift.
Shifting.
I would love to see somebody that doesn't do that. Like
Yeah.
Happy Gilman was a genius, right?
Yeah.
This is, everyone weight shifts in good player kind
Yeah,
of
they
world,
do
and
it,
they do
yeah.
that first.
Yeah.
The second thing we start to see with good players is they start to shallow it. And they start to naturally shallow it, not fake it, by using the body in a way that can add this nice shallowing
Side bend.
effect.
Yeah.
Then we see twisting, we see a little bit of bending, and then we see a push off the ground, a jump. So
Yeah.
it happens in that kind of order with kind of like 80% of players.
Yeah.
There's that 20% that then do like good players that I could show you, like some good players that are not in that sequencing, and
Really?
they've found other ways to do
Of
it.
timing it, yeah.
They've kind of timed it their own way, but
Yeah.
because of where their club is in certain relations to their body, they can't do that normal kind of sequence.
It's kind of a
But
match-up as well. Like I guess if you do that
100%.
sequence over and over and over again, but you do it every time.
you
bad.
found a way.
Yeah,
But
yeah,
the
yeah.
big ones that I'm always looking for, first of all, is are you weight shifting first? And then the final force we look at is vertical force. So how much you push into the ground and how much the energy kind of pushes you
Come on.
back. The timing of that is massively important. We always say that you should have done all those forces and torques should have happened by the time your lead arm is parallel on the way down.
That's interesting. Yeah.
So now if I've applied all that force by this point, the timing of this down to impact for most people is about 0.08 seconds, right? Not a lot of time,
No.
right? Bear in mind, your whole downswing was 0.23,
that's
right?
crazy.
It's not a lot
Yeah.
of time. So when you hit the ground, we know that it takes time for that energy to go through you. So the cutoff point is here on the way down.
Right. Okay.
If you do any forces after this, there's just isn't time for that energy to go
To
through.
come back out.
To get into the club head. So it's
Yeah,
just
yeah,
kind of
yeah.
like wasted energy, so to speak.
Yeah.
So the first thing I'm going to see is like, are you in order, first of all, like to see? Because if you're not, then that's where we start. And like we said, we've just done driver and we've done iron to see if there's
Yeah.
both. The second thing we look for from a sequencing is then how that energy goes through your body. And the sequence I look for first is at the top of the backswing, into that transition into downswing. I want to see the hips go first, the upper body go second, lead arm go third, and then finally the club releases. That's the sequence of events that I see with a lot of good players.
Okay. Yeah.
I always say it's a little bit like a whip.
Yeah.
Like the handle is your lower body, the tip of the whip is the club. I want to see the handle move first.
Okay. Yeah, that makes sense.
Like energy goes through the whip,
Yeah.
right? Imagine if the handle went and then the tip went. Right, that's a really bad whip. Indiana Jones has got some problems in that. Right? Energy goes through the whip. But then the second sequence on that is then we look at how you decelerate. Now your decelerate is, go back to that handle of the whip. It's how the handle stops that creates the crack that sends energy up through. Imagine if the handle never stops. That's that's a really bad whip. And it happens in exactly the same order. So we get a deceleration pattern that happens of the hips start first, they start to slow down first. Upper body starts second, it starts to slow down second, and vice versa. It works up the chain. So I want to see, do they start well? And then do they finish well? If you finish well, in all honesty, I couldn't really care how well they start, because the race is really important. When the finish line is the most important thing. If you had a 100-meter race, we don't tend to care how they start. I just want to know who won the race. First of all, I want to see the winner. If it's a bad race, like a sports analyst looking at a 100-meter race, where do they then go? They go to the start. Because if I can get the start better, you've got a better opportunity.
That's what I was going to say. Would having a good finish, would that disregard itself if the start is terrible?
Well, think of the finish though. Finish for me is impact.
Right. Okay.
So the golf ball, and this is my opinion, but I think it'd be hard to argue this for a lot of people, is the golf ball only gives a flying monkeys what happened at that point of impact. Right. It doesn't care what happened before and after. I've seen some, I would say horrendous swings is what I was going to say, but I've seen some really bad looking swings. But they get the job done at impact. Would you change their swing? They get it done. That's kind of the theory on here. Then we also then look at the speeds. So we look at how fast each segment is moving, and we use that in degrees per second. And then we see how much you're bending, flexing, rotating. We see all of that. So none of the systems can lie to us. You're wearing them, it's a fact. First of all, this is your sequencing when it comes to ground reaction forces. So this is your kinetic sequence. So I've just put your forces, your torques, the ones we were just talking about, in this order, right? If you watch this white dot, this represents where your swing is. So I can see then energy going through, but I can follow that energy in the swing.
Throughout the swing.
So these are the 4 segments. I want to see that this white dot hits the first one first. And can you see? It looks like it does. Bang.
That's so clever, isn't it?
So we've weight shifted first, which is this first one. The second one that comes in, it's close, is the third one, is horizontal plane torque, which is twisting.
Right.
I know it sounds really scientific.
Yeah, it's
then it goes number 2, which is frontal plane, which is you shallowing, which basically means you're twisting before you shallow.
Right, okay.
The last one that we look at is then, this is your vertical force. Now, your vertical force is a really good number, by the way. It's 229. The average on tour is around 199. Okay, so it's about 200%. So think of that as if I was standing, your normal weight is 100%, you're putting into the ground that extra bit that we're looking at,
That's interesting,
So when you look at, say, someone like Luke Curtis, big long drive champion, he's around that same kind of number.
Is he?
But he's obviously a big guy as well.
Bigger guy,
He's a strong guy, so there's more mass
Is
going
that where
into the
weight
system.
would actually help distance, in a way?
That's a great question. Yes and no.
Yes and no.
Because
you still got to match that with speed.
Still to speed.
Yeah.
Imagine if I had an object, right? Let's say I had a bullet. I took a bullet out of a gun. And I threw the bullet at you. What are you going to do? You're going to laugh at me. Right? Take that same object, that same mass, put it in a gun. Now you're running, right? Sometimes it's we always say power is speed times velocity. You need to have the force. That force times the velocity makes the good stuff.
But does
happen,
that weight help you then put in that force?
That's a big question, that. And it's if you can move that mass
and
fast,
time that up,
then yes.
Right.
If you can actually move it. I've seen a lot of kids, for example, who are ridiculously fast.
Yeah, really quick.
But they've got no force, they've got no power.
Yeah, which equals...
Remember, velocity is force times power, right? You need to have both. These are your force numbers, right? Okay. So instead of going 1, 2, 3, 4, you're going 1, 3, 2, 4. Okay, so
Okay.
we're out of sequence from the ground up. Not
Right.
massively, because these two were very, very close.
Similar. Yeah.
The last one that we look at is at 229, which is a really high number, by the way, which is great.
it? Yeah.
Like that means you're hitting the ground nicely, the ground's hitting you back nicely. But
Yeah.
remember, I said what I'm looking for is what happens at lead arm parallel.
Right.
So at lead arm parallel, which is where you are here,
Yeah.
you're actually only at 165. So
Interesting.
there's more in the tank
Yeah.
that you could get, like a lot more in
Earlier.
the tank if we can get that earlier.
Yes. Yeah.
So you're putting forces in, you're a tiny bit out of order, but nothing drastic. Like I said, there are the 20%ers that can still
Yeah,
play golf
that can-
with
yeah,
us.
yeah,
It doesn't
yeah,
have to be like this is just
Bang
what
on.
it is. But basically what that means, that 165 is if I'm just standing on the plates, that's your 100% is your body weight. You're putting 65% extra into the ground.
Right.
What I'm saying with tour pros is they put themselves in again. So they put another 100% in.
Right.
The long drive guys are at like say 230, 225 like Mark. So they're hitting the ground with more than their body weight into the ground.
It's unbelievable, isn't
And
it?
that energy is then going back into
Producing
them.
up, yeah.
Now you can get to 229, but the problem I have is that's not being achieved because it's happening too late. So
Right.
you're only putting in 165. That's 165 is still a good number, by the
Yeah,
way.
yeah,
Like
yeah,
it's
yeah.
not. We're not talking bad. But if we just go down the swing just a little bit more, by the time your club is parallel to the ground, now you're hitting that 229.
Right. So
But
it's
that's
just
too late.
Too late. Yeah.
So there's no way at this point you can put that 229 through your body and actually get
and
it
up
into
and
the
it
club.
up and out in time.
So all we're getting out of the system is we're getting 165.
Would that make sense with the lead arm being bent as well? Like if I was to pull up earlier, my left arm would have to
Yeah.
extend more.
So that's just, we think of the lead arm parallel as just like our checkpoint of where
Yeah.
we're looking for. That's more of a technical thing, as in
Right.
with your lead arm. What we then look for here, I'll come back to the lead arm because that is,
Yeah.
I think that's an important question. Is then we look at the numbers of where they are, and then we look at then the total torque. So the total torque is then
that's
just saying like
interesting.
how much you're then rotating. So your total torque is 20.66% of body weight. On tour is around kind of 24, 25 kind of number. Like
Yeah.
the higher the torque, the higher the percentage body weight, the more rotation you're getting, the more
Right.
rotation, the more power you can
Yeah.
put in.
Yeah.
Bear in mind, like golf is a rotational sport.
Yeah.
Like I always find it mad when people say about not rotating. Like you are playing a rotational game,
Yeah.
right? It's important to do that. Doing it the right way is,
Yeah,
is
100%
of course
timing, yeah.
massively important. On force plates, what we can then see is then whereabouts in the feet you're pushing. And we can see a couple of things on here, right? So we can see, think of these arrows of wherever they're pointing is the opposite of where you're pushing. So we work backwards. So like if I'm pushing forward, that green line, which is your left foot, is going behind you.
Behind,
right?
yeah.
That gives you that ground reaction force and that what we call a force couple to get you twisting.
Yeah.
The grey line is your back foot, so your right foot. So that basically tells me that you're pushing back with your right, you're pushing forward with your left. Which
Right,
means
okay.
that, which is good, which means the
Yeah.
ground is pushing you back a little bit. Like if I was trying to undo a bottle, I spin, I push one way, I pull another. I don't just pull
Just
up.
pull. Yeah.
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 The higher those lines are, the harder that you're pushing.
Okay.
Okay, so the bigger they are up the chain, the more force you're
The red
applying
one's
into the
higher.
ground. The red one is the combined.
Okay.
So the red one here is then your combined force. So if I just make this a bit bigger for you here,
Yeah.
that's if you were to take the grey and put it on the green, that would equal the combined
Okay.
force.
Yeah. That makes sense.
So
Right.
what we look for here is then where you're pushing and then the direction of where you're pushing to. So I look at a couple of things on here. I go to the top of the swing, which is where you are, and I go, right, where are you actually pushing off from the ground?
From the ground. Yeah.
When you see good players who push super hard off the left foot, what we actually see is them push on the ball of the feet, like right beneath the first two toes.
Right.
Right, so if I showed you this here, this is like a little graph of like, or just a demo of where we actually see the good players load.
Yeah.
They push more on the big ball of the feet here, and they
I've
push
seen this
towards
actually, yeah.
1030.
Yeah.
On the trail foot, what we're after is the inside of the
Yeah.
foot
Like the.
going towards 430. That's
interesting.
that's what I tend to see with like really good golfers.
Really good players. Yeah.
If you look at yours, you're pretty damn close, mate, if I'm honest. Like
Yeah.
on that left foot, it's in a really good place here. It does move really quickly back. So we're losing a bit of that force, but it's still, you've started in a good place.
In a good spot. Yeah.
On the right foot though, we are too much on the outside. We're over here.
Oh, that may, okay.
So we're loading that way.
Yeah,
which
that
is
would
gonna
make
be
sense on my
difficult to
load of my
brace.
backswing. Yeah.
So we're not bracing as well as we could on that
No.
position there. You can almost see your foot actually roll out
It
on the
does,
camera.
doesn't it? Yeah.
Okay, that's the pressure
So
trace just
literally was
moving.
about to say that. Yeah.
Yeah. Now the problem I have with this is then it's harder to get you to go off the right to the left.
To the left, right.
Now bear in
okay.
mind, go through those force numbers. Like if we could keep those numbers all the same, maybe improve the order a touch, but get you earlier, we need to work on right leg to do that.
Yes.
Because
yeah,
if we can push you off the right sooner, it's going to get you to the left sooner. You've started that whole process
it's a better
so much
time,
sooner.
yeah.
If you look at your trail to lead force, this right to left force here, can you see the peak is very much in the middle of the top of the swing and impact?
Yeah.
I like to see that peak quite close to the top of the swing.
Right.
Big hitters are actually this side of it.
Are they? Yeah.
In other words, they've applied a hell of a lot of force into the ground as the club's actually gone away.
Yeah.
You're doing it closer to the top.
To the top, right.
But because you're then going onto the outside of the foot, it's then harder for you to get the push back as well as you could.
Yeah.
It's still
it kind of
good.
all makes sense. Like it sounds really simple, but it just makes sense, doesn't it? Yeah.
We complicate golf a lot. I think.
Yeah.
When we then look at the directions are really good. They just don't stay there for as long as I would like.
Right.
Can you see this green line starts to move up this way?
Yes.
Which just means we're not getting a good enough twist, in my opinion, than what we could do. You do have this left leg you do slide a little bit
Slide
with a
it
bit
forward,
of a buckle.
yeah.
That's just then hard. Like, when you did that jump, if I was to break these legs down and go, like if I did a jump from down here, I can still do it, but it's harder.
Yeah.
Right. We also don't just levitate. Like there's a push into the ground to get the jump back.
To come back up. Yeah.
We need to just find that sweet spot. I have big issues with this left leg collapsing down that way.
That way.
Because it's harder to push.
Yeah.
It's a lot harder to push. There's a big difference, by the way, of pushing like pressure compared to weight. I think that gets
it does. Yeah.
quite a lot. People go after weight more than pressure.
Yeah.
I prefer it the other way around. Like pressure starts before the weight shifts.
Definitely. Yeah.
If we then go, so this is how we're starting, right? There's a lot of info on here.
Yeah,
I fully appreciate that. But if we then go to your kinematic sequence, which is this one here, where K-Vest, this system is really good, is then we can see, this is your kinematic sequence, by the way.
Okay.
Think of it like a bit of a power signature. It's like how that energy is going through the body.
Yeah.
Where this system is really clever, though, is it then puts it into just easier to see kind of language.
See number, yeah.
So I said the first thing that should move is your hips, and they do.
Right, okay.
Right? They go through the chain first. It should be upper body, then lead arm, and then club. Can you see yours doesn't? It doesn't go 1, 2, 3, 4. It goes 1, 4, 2, 3, right?
3, yeah.
Now you kind of alluded to that in what your thought process was of swing anyway.
Right.
So if you think about what you were saying, you're trying to get your lower body to go, and then you're trying to get your arms to drop.
Yeah.
Then you're sort of mini sadly releasing, and then you're throwing upper body into it.
Yeah.
That for me is a problem,
Right?
Because if you go back to that handle of a whip, the handle of the whip is moving first.
Yeah.
But then we've missed a chain out, gone to the next segment, that moves. Then we
Yeah.
go another section up, the tip moves, and then we go back to this move.
Yeah.
That means basically you could be more efficient with what you've got.
Way more,
a lot more efficient.
Yeah.
How they then stop is unfortunately out of order, and like I said, that's the power line. The club will always finish last because it makes contact with the ball, but this order is wrong. So it's not energy's not going through that whip as well as it could. When we come to then the power signatures here, so this is then your speeds. This is done in degrees per second. So the average amateur, depending on where they are in age-wise, moves their hips around 350 degrees per second. So that's top of the swing to when they peak.
That's surprising, yeah.
On tour, it's around close to kind of 500 now from degrees per second. Rory McIlroy is apparently around 720. I haven't seen that data, but I can kind of see that in his swing.
Yeah,
you can kind
that's
of see
crazy.
that.
Yeah.
The guy is insane. But he also applies the brakes faster than anyone.
He does,
too.
yeah.
You can almost see his hips kind of go backwards, can't you,
Yeah.
in the swing. If you look through the tour range, your numbers are good.
Yeah, it's close,
speeds are really, really good. Like all of them are in apart from lead arm, is like the lowest one out of all of them, isn't it? They're all in tour range.
Yeah.
Which I was kind of expecting. You're a good golfer, like we should be moving those objects fast. They're just not moving them in the right order.
Efficient, yeah.
So that's just, like, I always think that that could then lead to a bad day. Like if you're not timing up very well, like you're relying on your hands far too much. Bear in mind, this was consistent throughout the bag. Like when we were trying all of when I actually then look, because this is just a snapshot. So what I then do is then go into your just main graph here. And because the nice thing with the main graph is there's no hiding. I can see a millisecond before and a millisecond after everything. And if I just put an example graph up here, this is what a kinematic sequence graph should look like. Now, if you think, just to give you a quick one-on-one on this, like this is time, this is the top of the swing, and this is impact. So whenever you see those 4 segments go below this line, that's your backswing.
Okay.
Right, that's the speed of the backswing. This area here is that transition sequence.
Right.
So the red line goes through first because that starts the downswing, followed by upper body, then the lead arm, and then finally the club.
Yeah.
It should happen in that exact order.
Yeah.
You can see then that the hips speed up and then they slow down. Sends energy to the next segment, that slows down. So you get this kind of like wave of energy going into the swing, into the ball. Can you see yours doesn't quite look like that, right? I'm concerned more about this bit. Can you see the red line and the green line? They're pretty much riding each other this way.
They are, yeah.
So go back to that TPI screen we did a second ago when I was doing that separation test. That was hard for you to do.
Yeah, it was,
wasn't it? That was hard for you to separate.
Yeah.
We could do with getting your disassociation a bit better.
A bit better, yeah.
Because at the moment, your red and green are kind of moving at the same time.
Together.
Almost. The red line has only just snuck through.
Yeah.
But it was close.
Yeah.
Like a bad day, could it be the other way around?
Could be, yeah.
Definitely, like 100%. This is also how we then load. So this is what we call our loading patterns. So if you think we load in all these sections. So at the top of the swing here, the upper body stays back slightly and we load our hips. That's a stretch.
Yeah.
We do the same thing with upper body and lead arm. And when we're up here, the arm stays back just a touch and we load our shoulder. And then we also load our wrists as we go into that lag.
Yeah.
And when we get that kind of loading to then release.
Yeah.
That's why this section is just so important. And unfortunately for you, they're all just too close together.
Yeah, they're just gelling, yeah.
When they then start to slow down, can you see how your pelvis speeds up and Rory's and like this efficient one slows down to the point of impact it stopped? Look at yours. It speeds up, it starts to slow down, it then slows down after, it then speeds up again, and then it slows down, right? It's not down here.
How does it do that? How am I doing that?
I'm going to show you in a second, right? You've got a lot to do with what happens with your left leg. You're not posting it out of the way enough, in my opinion, to clear out of the way. Like I always think the best way to describe this is there's a couple of scientific ways of like why it happens.
Yeah.
Like if you were on a chair, if I was on a spinny chair like this, if I was just to lift my feet off the ground and move my upper body as fast as I could, do you see my hips just went the other way?
Just went, yeah.
Right, same thing as if you're on ice, that's kind of what happens. The other way I quite like to explain it is almost like they've done their job.
Yeah.
They've cleared out of the way. They've cleared out of the way, they've got to a good impact position. They don't need, no one speeds up past the finish line.
No.
Technically you are.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah,
you're
so
speeding up a little bit and then you're slowing down. Which just then alludes to that whole fact of we're not then getting energy up through the chain as well as you could.
Yeah.
Now the bit that excites me with you is you're a good player.
Yeah.
As in, obviously you know how to play golf. I just worry that you're making it harder than it needs to be.
Yeah, that's a nice thing to say, yeah.
I love, honestly, because it's like, can we make it easier? Yeah, 100%.
I hope so.
I don't think we do it here. I think we do it on force plates because the force plates actually then, this is your kinetics, this is kinematics. Your kinetics starts the kinematics. Right. Okay. Kinematics has got an M in it, and I always say the M stands for motion. It's the best way to think of it. We need to get your forces better. Earlier. Yeah. Because then that will give you more time to get this energy through your body. Right. Does that make sense?
Does that kind of overlay into that as well? Like if you move your ground force as well and in the proper timing sequencing, does that then equal or better that?
You can still cock it up.
Can you? Right.
Yeah. I like the question. But if it's hard to do it the other way around, right?
If
you start energy badly from the ground,
Yeah.
does it get better? No, not really, in my
Yeah,
opinion. I need some proof to show if someone showed me that.
Yeah.
But I want to see like this starts that motion.
I always think
so if you
as
had
well.
the best ground forces on the planet,
Yeah.
you can still cock it up going through the body through
Right.
limitations, through just bad technique, through what it
Yes.
is.
Yeah.
But you're not quite in order here,
Yeah.
and then you're not in order there.
Yeah.
So
So
it's
it's like
we work there
Yeah.
to affect that. If that
Yeah.
doesn't get affected and that gets better, then then it's technical. Then we need to just do a few more body stuff to do.
100%.
But actually, like we said, your disassociation isn't as good as it could be.
No.
So we could
That
do
could
with
be
working
something.
on that.
Yeah. 100%.
Does that make sense?
Yeah, it does. Yeah.
I
It's a lot.
I
but
appreciate
it's,
there's a
Yeah,
hell
it's
of
a lot, but it's
I try and get all this info, and most of the time I don't explain most of this to a lot of people
No.
because it's like it's a lot of stuff
So,
to kind
yeah,
of
it's
think
in
in.
depth.
All I just want to do is just make sure we're like when I open my mouth and tell people somebody they want to do something, I can back it up with what I've
data.
seen.
Yeah, 100%.
And like I said, I want that data to be able to change my mind.
Yeah.
I love being shocked. I love being surprised on certain things.
Yeah.
For you, I don't believe you're loading into that right foot as well as you could. So I
Yeah.
think that would be the obvious place to start.
Yeah.
I'd like that pressure to happen earlier in your backswing
Yeah.
to dial these numbers up sooner.
Yeah.
And then I would like your lead foot and your lead leg to just be pushing slightly differently. And I think we can do that too.
Great.
Get you doing that, you're going to be rotating better and you're going to be weight shifting better. Remember, golf swing is a rotational weight shift.
Cool.
We got to start there first, mate.
Yeah.
Sound like a plan?
Yeah.
Can I just introduce you to something?
Yeah.
This is an old leaderboard. I love this thing. I love using force pedals.
Okay.
Like, I wish I could go back in time and invent them.
Yeah.
You can get a tennis ball, cut it in half.
Yeah.
It doesn't give you quite the same as this because this one is firmer than this one.
Right.
The yellow one I always put on the front toe because we actually push, what we see with good players, they push twice as hard on the left than they do with the right.
Right.
The right one I like to put on the inside of the foot, like that graph that I just showed you
Yeah.
on here. Left one I like to put just on that big ball there.
Yeah.
This is the big ball of the foot just underneath the first two toes. This just gives us a nice feel and a nice training mechanism to understand like what happens on the way back.
On the way back. Yeah.
It's like, did you remember that video that went viral years ago, that guy on ice slipping over?
Yes.
Yeah, great video. Like, I don't know where that was shot, and I'm hoping his friends
Yeah.
took a bit of jip for that because it was a good video
Yeah.
to do. I'm assuming he survived based on the fact that video was out there.
Yeah.
But if you watch that video in slow motion, the back foot goes backwards, the left foot goes forwards.
Yeah.
That's what would happen if you didn't have friction. Like, show me a golfer that doesn't use ground forces. It's like we all do it. You just don't know that it's happening because most people aren't measuring, which is fine. Like, these are expensive bits of kit.
Yeah.
I just want to make sure that we understand like what good players do and how we can then affect and make you better, right?
Yeah.
So when we see with good players, what they do is it's more on the inside, and we see this pushing away towards 430 on a clock face this way.
Okay.
Now, what I want you to try and feel is as the club is moving away, so I'm just going to use a yellow pole to demonstrate it, but as the club is moving away, you're already getting that push back happen. I like it to feel for you that it's happening as soon as you take that club away. Now, of course, in real life, we're not going to slide, but I want to give you the feeling, because now when we add friction from the ground, it's going to start pushing us back. If we can hit the ground sooner and store that energy up, we get what's called impulse.
Yeah.
The more impulse we can put into it, the better. Think of it like a 1-inch punch. If I just punch you from there, you kind of laugh at me.
Yeah,
if I go
yeah.
back, I get to apply more force. I got more time.
Yeah.
What I'm after is like you get this feeling that as the club is going away, you're applying it.
Okay.
I don't want you to get to the top of your swing and then push.
And then push. Yeah.
That doesn't count, that doesn't help.
Right.
So I want to feel like you're getting inside, pushing away as the club goes back. Can you try that for me?
Yeah, of course. Yeah.
So if you just get onto the pedals.
I was going to say just quickly as well. Like, does this equal a? I don't want to say like a sway, but like, you know how some people talk about like the golf swing, you want to, especially like an iron shot, right? Control.
Yeah.
Like,
What does it
would
make
you want a massive shift in terms of like when you're hitting a 140 shot with a 9-iron, really controlled? But can you still shift pressure, but not be swaying.
Not be swaying off.
Yeah, like.
I'm going to come to that in just a sec.
Yeah.
Honestly, hold on to that thought.
Okay.
There's a big difference between swaying and protecting it. I think people get swaying wrong.
Because I've got almost like the impression of like people are scared sometimes to like move off it, but then there's a big difference between moving off it and actually just shifting pressure, right?
100%. And we're talking about pressure, right?
Yeah.
Into the ground.
So you're not telling me to stand here and go over there.
I tell you what, try it on that board and tell me how you get on.
Yeah.
Okay, now try and keep you centered and just push that board back away. God, we need to work. I thought you were strong with the legs. Come on, let's move that thing back. All right, I want to feel like as you're taking this away, you're squeezing onto the inside of the foot, pushing away at that 430 position. That's it, nice, very nice. It's not allowing to load over to the outside of the foot.
Okay,
that doesn't give you anything, it doesn't give you any more power. Right, if you step off that for a second, and now what I want you to do is to actually go to this P2 where you take the club to me here and stop. And what I want you to try and feel, like if I was to try and pull you over this way, I want you to resist me, but I want you to resist me with this right foot. So
what
if
part
I
of the right foot?
Well, we said the inside, that's where I like you to be.
Yeah.
Okay, so inside of the foot, pull me. So resist. Can you see you want to go on the outside?
Yeah, I do, yeah.
I want you to feel like it's on the inside as you're doing it. So load and pull. Right, that's stable, yeah? Can you see you're working quite hard for that?
Yeah.
Do me a favor, go on to the outside.
This way.
Okay, now try and pull me. Right, do you see why that's so important?
Yeah.
Now, if you think about swayers, right? If you think,
is that from like a balance point perspective as well? Like comes back to that balance?
A little bit. It's more just understanding of where to load into the foot. I see a lot of people with these pedals actually put them onto the outside here.
Yeah.
And like you can do it with kind of like, I've seen it with wedges before. It's like a bit of a bend.
Yeah.
The problem I have with using the outside of the foot is then you're just training the bad stuff.
Right.
Whereas I like to do it the other way.
The other way.
Let's train the good, right?
Yeah.
Let's train what we need. I need it to feel like you're squeezing in to stop the sway.
Right.
So if you think about it, go back to your sway question.
Yeah.
If you shift your pressure over, but you've got some support, then we're not moving off.
Yeah.
If you go onto the outside of the foot, now I could just, honestly mate, I didn't even try and pull.
No.
I could just pull you straight over.
Yeah.
Think of that, tie it back into golf swing. If we load up better, we've got a more stable base, well then it's easier to push off to go towards the target.
Yeah.
And that's why we choose.
So interesting.
Yeah, mate, honestly, when you get forces down to a T, like it does make such a massive difference.
Yeah.
And just simple devices like force pedals or a tennis ball cut in half, I wish everyone had them in their bag.
Yeah.
And just train with them, because it just, in my opinion, it just makes such a big difference.
Yeah.
So the feeling on the way back is inside of the foot, and we'll do a few drills in a second, like to train it. But I just wanted to show you what happens.
Yeah.
If I then spin this thing around and go the other way, like I said with the guy on ice.
Yeah.
The back foot goes back, the front foot goes forward. Now I'm after with the front foot, 1030 is the position. That's where I like to think in my head. Yeah. And I'm pushing and putting that pedal on the big ball right underneath the first two toes.
Yeah.
So what I'm feeling at the top of the swing here is that push happens this way.
Yeah.
Can I borrow the club just for a sec? What I see with a lot of golfers is they start the downswing and then they push.
Yeah.
Or, like what you're doing, is we've collapsed this leg slightly. Now our weight's over it a bit too much. Now it's harder to push.
Right.
Like honestly, the best way to describe weight shift and pressure, in my personal opinion, is like if I imagine I'm on the edge of a swimming pool here. Yeah. I'm on the edge of the pool. This is a swimming pool. If there was a pool noodle floating in the pool, I want to feel like I could just push the pool noodle away.
Yeah.
I don't want to fall in.
No.
That's weight shift moving, and it's now harder to push. Obviously your foot's going into the water, right? That's very similar, and I think that's a great way of thinking about it. A lot of people get it confused in the sense that they try and get body weight moving in.
Right.
But if they get weight moving in, now it's harder, like I said, believe it or not, to push off this left.
Push off, yeah.
We can actually push harder back here, and I can push.
So interesting, yeah.
We do it close to the same time when we actually push off, but we load in the backswing as we're taking it away, like I said, I like that to be super early.
Yeah.
For when it comes to downswing, I like the feeling personally that the downswing with the left and the push happens as you're going back.
Right.
So if I was to take this club to lead arm parallel here, from here to the top is where I like this push to happen. It's there.
Okay.
So by the time you think the ground's now pushing me back, I've started the downswing.
Yes.
For you, what we were saying, we need to get things earlier. Well, to get things earlier, we need to load better into the right foot and then match it up
you can go, yeah.
with the left.
Right.
The reason why I say we need a force couple is basically if I took this pole, put it straight through my pelvis here, and I had two guys just the same size as you, one there, one there. If you both ran at this pole, where am I going? I'm going backwards.
Yeah.
Right, if you move both behind me, where am I going? I'm going forwards, right? It gives just a good understanding of where pushing is. But if you kept you there and moved the other guy this side, if he ran at me, you did that at the same time, I'm going to twist.
Right,
That's
really?
what we call a force couple.
Okay, yeah.
So it's important that we have that push back and that push forward. When people when I see people like early extending like this, that's normally the guy behind is bigger than the guy in front.
Yeah.
So the right leg, in other words, is winning.
Is winning.
We say that that guy here should be twice as big as the other guy. The left leg is the power source. There was a reason why Tiger won majors with a busted right leg.
Yeah.
Left leg is honestly everything.
Yeah.
Ernie, bless him, did his left knee, didn't he? I think, and
Did he?
he was
Yeah.
out for ages.
Yeah.
Like left leg for right-handed golfers is such a powerful
huge.
thing. From a weight shift point of view, and for you, I can't have you buckling down here.
No.
The more this leg breaks down, it's now harder to push.
Right.
And it's certainly harder to push forward. So what I see with you is you've started that mini push forward, but then it just goes straight down, and now we're not getting the ground reaction.
Would you almost see the knee, like the knee, instead of going like over, would you see it go more?
I personally, I don't like seeing it doing a hell of a lot this way at all.
Really?
I like to see it feel like it's a push and it's a post.
Right, okay.
Like if there was like a pole or like an electric fence here that's going to zap you, I don't like to see this leg kind of slide or buckle into it.
Right.
Think of that as your whole foundation is just collapsing.
Yes.
Let's get footwork done properly. Let's get you back foot sorted, then go on to left and tie them together. And
it's good.
You get that force couple going on.
Yeah.
The reason why I've got this out, because this is just a little device which I quite like using. We're going to do some force pedal stuff in a minute.
Yeah.
This is just a force board from Super Speed. Where I like this is it's got a nice little board to kind of feel that shift. But I can also then just put the pedals on it.
Yeah.
So the pedals just click into here. I've put one on the inside of my foot and one on my big pad here.
Yeah.
So I can actually just train that sense of where you're pushing. I just quite like using markers just like these, just to keep my mind fresh of where I'm...
the way that it's moving.
The direction.
Yeah.
To give you the timing of this from a complete weight shift, most good golfers start on the left foot.
Start lead side.
Start lead side. You think we're trying to get your weight to go back, you need something to push off.
Yeah.
So by pushing off gets the weight going back. And that, like I said, that happens super early, so much earlier than people think.
Yeah.
There's a big squeeze onto the inside of the foot. And then from lead arm parallel to the top is when we get that change of direction. And it's a kick, it's a push forwards to then get the ground to punch you back this way.
Yeah.
That's where just seesaw balls, like balance balls, are just so good.
Yeah, I've got one at home actually.
It's just make sure it's not doing it like that.
Doing it the wrong way around.
That just doesn't happen. Or from your leg
Thinking about when
collapsing.
I use it as well, like I actually never get that like in before impact, really. I like time it up. It's like probably like the kick into the ground is probably at impact.
Okay, yeah, no, we need it.
Way late.
Yes, that's at the end of the result, right? That means you're technically more powerful after the ball's gone flying down there. But just bear in mind when I say about weight and pressure, I can still have all my weight over on my right side and be pushing into my left. Like that's the big difference. And remember, like I said, on that swimming pool, I'm pushing the pool noodle away. I'm not falling into the water. That means it's harder to push and we're not getting the ground to push us back, to give us that ground reaction forces.
Yeah, that's interesting.
Can we dive into some force pedal stuff and
Yeah.
actually get you training with these? 'Cause I think this would be
on
really
the
good.
swing,
We'll go straight into swing. Yeah.
Perfect.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, I know Luke is like...
Yeah, Luke's loving it. He's got the curves, I think.
Yeah. I don't think he uses it for long driver, does he? He has a warm-up ping drive, the iron that he uses.
Does it? Yeah.
Just because he breaks them all.
Oh, really? Yeah,
Yeah.
it's crazy, isn't it?
Different speeds like that.
Yeah.
Can I just show you this? So what
Yeah,
I
of
quite
course,
like
yeah,
to do with just the pedal, so if you set onto it, and if you set up, what I just want you to try and feel is that as you're going into that backswing, you're really trying to push load into that side. So I don't want you to, I don't want to win.
Yeah, it's weird because I feel like I'm trying to turn, but then I'm like, I'm not actually like getting over here. It's like,
bear in mind, like with your, there's something that we call like fake turn.
yeah.
It's kind of a bit of a weird buzzword. I'm not sure how buzzwords come in, but you can, if you think, if I'm loading into this position, like I saw that your hips can't quite get to 45 degrees, but they are on 3D.
Yeah.
So there's ways of like faking it.
Faking it, yeah.
To like give yourself more turn,
Yeah.
that leg breaks down and you've got more rotation,
Yeah.
but it's not supported.
No.
So if I want to feel like, let's go to your limit. Let's find your limit, which we know you can do. That's you pushing into that side. So if I was trying to push you here, try and resist me. Like, don't let me win, right? Do you feel that's quite stable?
Yeah.
Go onto the outside of the foot again and tell me how you get on. Right, now do it. Right? I don't have to work very hard, do I?
I feel like I'm going to fall over.
But that's what you're doing in your swing, right?
Yeah.
If you do that again, let me take the club to here, because I really want to train this into you of like feeling like as you're taking that club away, I'm pulling you and you're resisting me this way.
Yeah, I can feel that now, like on that.
Yeah. That's a very, very different motion.
Yeah.
Can I just swap with you just for a sec?
Yeah.
Can I just show you a nice drill to do with this? Is first of all, just hit some balls with these pedals.
Right.
Like just actually take some time to like put a pedal under the inside of the foot and just make some swings getting used to this load. Because if you can load better, for obvious reasons, you can get things unloading faster and quicker. I love doing like step back drills. So step drills, I think, they're not mine before people tell I'm stealing other people's ideas.
I've done a lot with Liam's step drills.
Step drills are ace. Like they're really, really good. I would do a step back drill for you on this.
Right.
So a step back drill looks like this. Take a normal setup, put the pedal in. If I do it without a ball first, let the right foot come to left, club goes out here. As it comes past your feet, you're going to plant. You're going to feel like you're hitting the ground hard, and you're going to pull up to the top.
Yeah.
Okay, it looks like this. So it's there, up.
Yeah.
Can you try that for me?
Yeah. I feel like I've done this drill with Liam.
Good man.
Yeah.
Honestly, it's a really good drill to do. I just want to add in the feeling that you're getting that better location.
Yeah.
Does that make sense? Like you're not doing it for just the drill. You're doing it
exactly.
To get
like there's
too.
purpose behind it, kind of. Yeah.
Yeah. Do the same thing again. So if I give you a flag, can you try it with this? Let's just check your grip at the same time. If you grip that and it feels uncomfortable, we've got a problem. Put the feet together, flag out here. Does the grip feel all right?
Yeah.
As the flag's going past here, I want you to stomp into that right side and then pull that flag up as fast as you can.
Okay.
I want to really hear that that flag makes a really big noise as you pull it up to the top. Okay, do it again. The flag just got wrapped around. Yeah. Can you feel a difference in the push?
Yeah.
Can I swap with you just for a sec?
Yeah.
Can we just try and apply a bit more force into the ground while you're doing it? So I'm like this. It goes past and up to the top.
Yeah.
I want to hear that sound in the flag.
Yeah.
It's a lot because I'm pulling it up to the top. There's a reason why big hitters have really fast backswings. You can apply a lot more force that way.
Yeah.
Put more energy into the system. Nice. Nice. You missed the pedal there, right?
Did I? Yeah.
Yeah, only just. Yeah, nice. Go on, do that a few times for me, mate.
Oh, I missed the pedal.
It's good to start with a pedal there to like trick your brain into going, right, it's going to come back to that point.
Yeah.
Did you see on that one, obviously you missed it, right?
Yeah, I feel like I missed it for the last couple.
Nice.
Yeah.
Go on, one more. The beauty of doing that is it's you getting used to this feeling that you're applying energy and you're storing it up sooner.
Storing it, yeah.
So when you actually hit the ground, like I said, is hitting you back. We're storing that energy up.
Yeah.
It's not you going up to the top and then applying force and that like one.
How does overlaying a step go into just your full swing anyway? Like how does...
As in how do you take a step drill and put it into...
Yeah, how do you
swing?
put it into a stable, your feet don't...
So let me show you, as in they don't move, right?
Yeah.
Can I hit one? Do you mind
Yeah,
if I
of course,
just swap?
yeah.
So if I put this pedal in like this,
Yeah.
and let's do that exact same drill first of all. So it's there, up, hit.
Yeah.
Okay, I can still hit a shot doing that same drill. Remember, drills are designed to actually trick your brain into training a different way and moving different patterns.
Right.
What I love to do with the drill is do the drill and then hit a normal shot. Like you're trying to sneak that feeling into the swing.
Yeah.
You don't see many people actually doing steps in golf.
No.
I do believe a step forward is going to happen at some point.
Yeah.
There was that one guy, wasn't there, who did it a couple of years back, who actually did a step in.
On tour. Yeah.
I actually think that's coming in soon. Because if
Do
you think if you're stepping forward, you're weight shifting forward.
Yeah.
A little bit like in baseball, when a pitcher's on a mound, they're on a mound for a reason.
Yeah.
They're on a mound because when they come off the mound, they come down the mound, they hit the ground harder because it's below them.
Yeah.
Ground hits the back harder, they get more force, get more torque.
Yeah.
That's why they're on a mound in the first place. They actually can generate more power.
Do you find in terms of what you coach is purely in terms of efficiency and power? I 100% from this I would get quicker.
Yeah, 100%. You can't not.
But then does that equal then straighter or not? Does that then...
Great question.
Yeah.
That is a good question. No, so so yes, it can, I guess is the answer. But what I quite like to do is give people speed so we can choose how to use it.
Right, okay.
Okay, so like if you're maxing out at like 200 miles an hour ball speed, I mean that's fast, obviously long drive world, right? If that's like maxed out, we can't do much more than that max out. But you tend to find when people are like, especially the long drive guys, when they're going at it in full plot, it's tiny details, right? It can make the difference between hitting the grid or not. When it comes to like just average golfer, I much prefer people to have more speed so they can tone it down to work on strike.
Technical, Comes back to our first conversation about the strike and the grip.
That's so important, right? It's so important. But like if you don't have that speed area in the first place, if you're having to put 100% into it, there's no way that you're getting that strike right. If you can, then good on you. Right. But I much prefer people to be swinging within themselves to enough that they can strike the ball in a nice, efficient way.
Yeah.
Then if they're having a good day and things are going well, because we all get those rare occasions that come in, and you're striking the ball at like 80% and you want to put it up, then you have that option. But it's easier, in my opinion, to do it that way, than being just maxed out all the time. Okay. Like that doesn't help. What will help with this is it makes you more efficient, which is what I'm after from the ground up. But when we go back to your sequencing, if you load better, push off better, not only are you weight shifting earlier, but actually then you're doing that frontal plane where you're starting to shallow more naturally.
So then it ties into
that sequencing. Yeah, which then comes into that. So you're not having to then trying to fake shallow, which is basically what you're kind of doing at the moment. You're using the ground better to actually get a more natural shallow, so you can then start that sequencing in a better fashion and get it through the body sooner.
Do you find people do this work and then often they'll say, crap, I'm like moving better now. Well, sorry, it's not crap, but like, I'm moving better and it's going straighter. Like it kind of ties into one another.
Yeah, so it depends on, obviously everyone is different in golfers. What I tend to find is when we get force plated better, they have just such a better opportunity to actually move.
To hit it good.
Of course. Like you're getting the engine, you're putting more energy into the engine, right? Which just then means it's easier. Like I said, if you can do less and get the same result, that's win-win, isn't it? Because then you can work 100%. On control. I tend to find I'd like to be shown somebody who can use the ground really badly and hit it make it really good. I would love to see that actually, because I'd love to study them and actually see
what's going on.
Freak of nature. Like I'm a golf geek. I love studying this type of stuff because it's just honestly it's fascinating in my world to just see even really good players can be better.
Yeah.
And people always think people are maxed out. You're not.
No.
You just,
No.
you know, even the top players
Yeah.
are finding that 1% of doing.
Yeah.
Like
And they just time it up unbelievably, don't they? Like,
playing golf.
I think if I was on DP World Tour right now and top 100 in the world, but I do a certain thing in my swing, you probably wouldn't change it.
That's a great comment, right? By the way, it's like there's a reason why they're on tour.
Exactly.
They do something really, really well.
So if you had someone that was top 100 and they moved in a certain unsequenced way, would you be like, well, I don't know if we should change that?
Great question. That.
Yeah.
Like, so actually, I would go first of all, let's do no harm.
Yeah.
Like, because their obviously living depends on it, so
Yeah.
we're not going to do any damage that way.
Right.
But two, I'd look for then the weaknesses. I looked for, are the superpowers from our tests being used?
Yeah.
Because if they're not, then obviously that's a
Or like,
conversation.
how can we make you even like better at what you do?
Or can we get the weaknesses slightly better too?
Yeah.
Because I tell you what, even the top players hit bad shots.
Yeah, they do. Yeah.
Like, I used to fascinate me watching
Yeah.
as a kid. Like, but you know when you see like Tiger doing like this amazing, like shot out of the trees,
Yeah.
you know, around the, you know, all that kind of like moving of the ball that you used to be able
Yeah.
to do. Like Rory at the Masters the other year when he like hooked it around the tree to like a few,
that was
few feet, like
unbelievable.
unbelievable shots.
Yeah.
Phil Mickelson doing those phenomenal flop shots out of
Yeah.
like the jungle. Like, no one ever goes, well, why is he there in the first place? Do you know what I mean?
How
Like,
bad was that shot that you hit in the first place?
It was obviously a bad shot to
Yeah.
start with, but
Yeah.
I think TV in a way can sometimes lie to us, and well, not
Massively.
lie to us. It just like it goes after those types of shots.
Such a false perception of like what actually happens on
it can
tour.
be. I think
Because
there's a
you
lot
only
more
watch
misses.
like the guy that's leading.
Yeah,
you don't
who
watch
guess
the
what?
guys that have finished 60th.
Guess what? He's playing well.
Yeah.
He's holding putts.
Yeah.
He's like, there's a reason
Yeah.
why he's up there.
Yeah.
Unless they're like a big name who's not playing well, that's when they get put on camera. I think obviously
Yeah.
quite a lot, because people do like to see sadly they like to see heroes fall sometimes.
It's nice to see. It's nice to see they're actually real human beings sometimes.
Yeah.
You know, and
We
they
all hit
actually
bad
just
shots.
Yeah, 100%.
I did a video years ago at my old place where I topped a ball on purpose in the studio,
Yeah.
right? And I told people what I was going to do. It was in a clinic, and I got my head to go down to top it,
Right.
like just to try and debunk that whole I lifted
Yeah.
my head up thing.
To top it. Yeah.
It went online. The amount of people watched it was just unbelievable.
Was it? Yeah.
And it really annoyed me at the time, because I'm like, of all the good shots I've hit in that
Yeah.
studio, that's the one.
That's the one, yeah.
That gets the
Welcome to
views.
social media.
I know, that's the social
Yeah,
media
yeah,
world,
it is,
right?
yeah.
But it's like sometimes it's
Yeah.
quite nice to just see that people do hit bad shots.
I know. Yeah.
I mean, on that
definitely.
particular one, I was trying to hit a bad shot on demand.
Yeah.
And when you show a lot of people that I can get your head to go down to top it, and
Yeah.
they go,
They're like, oh,
hang on a minute.
yeah, that doesn't. Yeah.
Because if I did try, actually, I haven't done it in ages.
Yeah.
Let me try and do a top on purpose. So head going down top.
Yeah.
It's not a bad
On
top.
call that. Yeah.
On demand.
Yeah.
Like, I can do bad shots on demand. Hitting it straight could be a problem.
Yeah.
But actually, I've just got my head to go down.
Yeah.
So straight off the bat, right, anybody that saw me do that, well, 90% of golfers on the golf, what would they see? If they saw that shot, they go, you lifted your head up. Well, I've just got my head to go down. Yeah. So how did I hit the top?
It doesn't make sense, does it?
Well, that was wrists, and
Yeah.
that was arms coming up. That's
Yeah.
how that top was done. I'm not trying to teach you how to top
No,
the ball, by the way.
don't top- yeah.
But actually, it just shows that there are so many different ways to hit a
Yeah,
golf ball.
there
There's so
is.
many ways to get flaws. There's so many ways
Yeah.
that it's not just one way fits all.
No.
Like, I've just proven that I've just hit a top with my head going down.
Yeah.
For a lot of people, they'll go, you lifted your head up.
Yeah.
I can't go down anymore.
No.
Like, I'm down here, right?
Yeah.
As in, there's other things that can happen.
Yeah.
Let's hit a few shots with this.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, yeah.
What I quite like to do is just think of this pedal. Let's actually hit
Yeah.
a shot first. Think of it a little bit like a start pedal. I want to feel like you're going to load into it,
Mm-hmm.
but more importantly, you're going to then get off it. As in, I don't want you to feel like you're just going to stay on that pedal. So literally, let's just hit a couple of shots. Just feeling there's that good squeeze as you go up into the
Do you know
swing.
what's crazy? I actually feel more centered.
Okay, let's not lock that. Yeah.
Turning. But what's like? How weird's that? Like, I'm feeling more shift off than what I was before. But because I'm turning now on this side of my foot, I feel more centered.
So you're balancing yourself out, aren't you? So
Yeah.
you're giving yourself that load to
Yeah.
remember to unload.
Yeah.
If you release that pressure and onto the outside, we haven't got anything.
No.
Go on, whenever you're ready, mate, let's hit one. The beauty of practicing like that is it's just simple, it's easy.
Yeah.
Just put a pedal there.
You're not thinking about it, are you?
Not at all. But then match them up with some nice step back drills just to get that feeling. But you can actually hit one, like I said, with a step back. So just start with the ball over here. So sorry, start with the club over here. And then hover it over as it goes past. Step and go. You just got to get used to landing on that.
Yeah.
pedal.
How do you get the landing? So reps.
I've done it a few times and a bit of practice.
Yeah.
It's a great little drill just to tidy up that right foot.
Yeah.
Moving on to the left, like that's a whole practice session for you in itself.
Yeah.
Like I would just have fun with half a tennis ball or a force pedal like underneath that inside
Just
of the
do
foot,
that.
just hitting balls.
Yeah.
Like easy stuff to do.
Yeah.
The left foot I think is going to be the slightly harder one for you.
Okay.
Can I swap with you just for a second? Because the left foot, I'm a typical guy. I can't do two things at once. So it's like I have to work on back foot and then work on leads. If you are capable and fine doing with both feet, then great.
Do it. Yeah.
I just think my brain can't work like that. Bear in mind the golf swing is, like I said, is 1.24 seconds long.
Yeah.
So what I like to do with the left foot is just then actually practice and just get this feeling of that push. And like I said, I like it to be lead arm parallel. From here up to the top is where you get that push. It's not a weight shift. It's not a collapse. I'm pushing into that pedal to finish the top of the swing off.
Yeah.
It's there. So I just like doing some like nice, simple, basic pump drills where you go up to the top, get up to that lead arm parallel, do a few pumps into there, and then pump and go.
Yeah.
Just to get used to that feel of, it's quite a good club twirl.
Yeah.
That's good. I have been asked to teach somebody how to do a club twirl before. That's the bizarre lesson. No, they said something like, I've seen good players do it, so if I can do it, maybe I could be a good player. Not sure that works.
Yeah.
But the nice thing with that kind of like basic pump drill is it gives you the trigger to start the downswing from lower body.
Yeah.
What I then like to do is just match it up with good rotation. So what I like to then do with it is actually let's clear you out of the way and put you into a good impact position.
Yeah.
So when you see with good players at impact, they look like this. Hands are ahead, legs straight, bums back out. So they've got long legs, short body is how we always say at TPI. It's that position there.
Yeah.
You look like you've been kind of punched in the stomach.
Yeah.
That's what good players look like. It's interesting because I find that most players, myself included, we start like this, but we return like this.
Yeah.
Now, if impact's wrong, like unfortunately yours could be a bit better, let's start there. Let's get your intention bang on of like, okay, this is where I like impact to be.
Yeah.
And let's tie that in with that left foot. So go up to the top, push, and return back to that good place.
Yeah.
Do that same thing again, push, return back. Just a real simple, basic
Just a training
impact
drill. Yeah.
But you can hit balls with it from here. So actually start in that open position, go up and go back.
Yeah.
The beauty of doing that is you're getting the intent to match what you're obviously trying to do.
Yeah.
Not starting one way and finishing another.
Yeah.
We do that, by the way, because we have a backswing to worry about.
Yeah.
We do 10 this one and 10 this way. But like I said, in my opinion, the golf ball only cares what happens at impact.
Yeah.
If impact's not right, let's train it. And the nice thing with this is we can just take two birds. We can do two things.
Yeah.
We can push and we can post.
Yeah.
If you're struggling with it, just get yourself like a foam roller or something, put it onto the left side here and just then try not to knock it over.
Okay, yeah.
I've seen people with alignment sticks into the ground. They're pretty good, but they do move. I quite like using just the back rollers like this.
Yeah.
And just really simply putting it on.
So you're pushing out rather than...
Yeah, you're pushing, like you're putting it about a golf ball away from the heel this way, so your hands don't hit it, but you're feeling like you're pushing and posting up this way.
Posting up, yeah.
It's not you, by the way. I see a lot of people cheating by trying avoiding it. I don't want to see this get bigger.
No.
I just want to see that it pushes and posts that way up.
Post that way, yeah.
That just gives you nice rotation. You have to use the ground to push you up to get you into this position, and we're there. If you do a swing and that falls over, instantly feedback, you know it's wrong.
Yeah.
Can we try those, please?
Yeah, perfect, yeah.
So can we do it just the first one first? I'm just doing some pump drills.
Yeah.
So I want you just to go up to the top of your swing and stop. And I want you to feel from there, we're getting the push, and it's happening from lead arm parallel to the top. Do you see how you wanted to just move your weight in? Can I just trick your brain into thinking that you're still here doing it?
Yeah.
It's there as the push. So as I go up, you're going to push in the left. There, that's it.
Yeah.
That's the feeling that I want you to have. Remember, it's not you kind of falling into the swimming pool.
Do you, would you, if you were doing this correctly, would you lose height or not? You would stay...
Yeah, you would.
You would lose a little bit.
Because you kind of, we kind of get this kind of unweighting that happens in golf as we come up.
Yeah.
We then kind of squat. You see this with good
And then,
players.
yeah, and then
they
come
back up again. Remember when you did that jump?
Yeah.
You didn't do it from, you weren't, you didn't levitate, right? You pushed to get the jump back up again.
Yeah. So you'd go to here.
Do a few pumps into that left and then turn through. Just as a bit of a drill and a feel, it's a nice one, that.
Yeah. Felt that one there was better. It feels, I said this to Liam, like sometimes I actually never actually felt like that. Never actually really felt that.
Did you do
Because we used to talk about like off, on, release. Like I never actually used to feel that, if that makes sense.
So bear in mind, right, if you get everything over here,
Yeah.
like I just said, it's harder to push off.
That's such a weird thing to say though, isn't it? To say, like,
yeah, go on.
Because you're like, you'd think applying force on that side and being on that side, it would help you pull out.
But like, remember, if I do a jump from down here, I've got more force mass I have to push back up.
Right.
Like I said, we don't levitate as well. There's a push. The weight definitely follows, by the way, but it's not weight and then push.
No.
It's that sensation that you're in the pool pushing that pool noodle away.
Yeah.
That's the feeling for you. And you can actually push harder by
doing
not being
that.
on it.
Yes, yeah.
I see people have better ground force on that left leg when they've pushed sooner with less body mass on top of it.
On top, right.
I think we've just been taught over the past to like get weight into it, because back in the day before force plates and pressure plates were around, it's just what we thought.
Yeah.
Like, and it's an easier concept to think,
Yeah.
I'll get my weight into it. Weight does follow.
It does.
Definitely follows. It's just, it's
you're
not
after
the
like a little shift.
I'm talking about the pressure in the ground.
Yeah.
So now do that impact drill. So now let's clear you out of the way, go into a good impact of your intent of what you want to finish, and do a rehearsal and come back to that place. So smooth rehearsal up, smooth back. Go on, same thing again. And then let's hit one. The beauty of doing that, like I said, is you're trapping your intent.
To match it.
To match up what you're after.
Yeah.
To blend these two together, do you mind if I just show you my favourite drill? This is the only time I like using two pedals. It takes a bit of coordination, this, but this is just very simply a double step drill.
Okay.
Where you put the pedals in the good location, so you set yourself up first. So it's inside of the right foot, it's on the toe, just on the left foot. And what I want to feel is from here, I'm going to take that good setup, I'm going to get my feet together. Club's going to go out in front behind me here. As it comes past the ball, you're going to step back. As it comes back past your feet, you're going to step again. So it looks like this. It's there and there. Like I say, it takes a bit of coordination to do, but we're getting the feeling that we're pushing and posting. We're getting both going on. If you do it with a ball, it looks like this. So it's there, there, there. If you hit one straight off the bat, I'll be really annoyed because that took me a while.
Yeah. I used to do all of these drills with, I've done all these drills before, but I just feel like it was maybe different timings.
Different timings,
Slightly.
and I think also, I just want to make sure the location in your feet are good. Is correct. So now feet together. and then club behind you. So as it comes past, you're going to step back.
Missed the... Was I late with the...
Yeah. Do you feel that you were late?
Yeah, I was, yeah. So have I got to do that?
Go on,
I've got to do that one when the club's coming up.
As it's coming back, yeah. So do it in slow motion. I'll do it with you.
Okay.
So take the club to me here. So get feet together. So as the club comes forward, you're going to step back.
Yeah.
As it comes back past, you're going to step that way. So do that same thing again. So it's there and there.
Okay.
As that club comes back past is when you get that lead foot step.
Yeah. Yeah, that felt different.
Honestly, great drill that.
Yeah.
Really, really good drill.
Yeah.
I just want to make sure when you're using pedals, you're doing it the right way by putting it in the good spot first. If you get the wrong position, you're ingraining the wrong stuff.
Yeah.
Remember, I want to train the good stuff, not make the bad even worse.
No.
And that helps you get a better load, and it helps you with the lead foot with that change of direction.
Yeah. Yeah.
The nice thing with this is this will match up beautifully with what you're also doing.
Yeah.
Like this, I just want you to think of this as like something separate that's helping the other stuff.
Right.
Like
okay. Yeah.
massively helping the other stuff.
Yeah.
And you need to get your missus to sort body out a little bit. Like,
yeah.
She's a chiropractor, man.
Give me a hand.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'll send you a link and a program, like stretching program to do.
That'd be great. Yeah.
Just to follow, because it will basically take that screen and just go,
from
right,
the weaker stuff.
how can I make you better? And I'll build you a program based on that. And I'll send that to you.
Yeah, that'd be great.
You cannot do that side enough.
Really?
Like, I really can't. Like, I think if you get body better, it just gives you a better opportunity in yourself to just be better and to move better.
Yeah.
Then work on ground forces, and then at some point we'll get you back in to do another 3D test and just see.
And check, see if it's improved.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I think that's, for me, would be where I would start.
Yeah.
You start on right foot, you nail it, get that down to a T, then go after left foot, and then combine the two.
Yeah.
And just like break a few patterns or like theories in your head about weight shift.
Yeah, I've always been like, I think with the shifting stuff, I've always got in my head that big difference though, right? Between like a sway and a movement versus a shift of pressure.
Yeah.
Because like what you're saying today, and like using the steps, for instance, like I've always related these drills to when I'm like face on with you now, like actually looking like this in the golf swing, you know, but you're not after that. You're after like a shift in pressure.
Yeah, to stop you swaying or sliding off the ball.
Yeah,
right?
and interestingly enough, like when I did that, I said to you, like, I feel more centered, but actually my pressure's feeling more over here.
Yeah.
Which is such a weird thing to say. I'm feeling like I'm centered, but on the outside of my foot. You're telling me to shift pressure across to this side, and I feel more centered.
Watch this on a board.
Yeah.
Like, here's my body weight over here.
Yeah.
Right? I can still push into that left.
Into the left.
My weight's still here. It can work the other way too. Right? I can push into, I don't have to get all my body weight into it. Yeah. There's a huge difference between weight and pressure, and I wish more people spoke about pressure, because for me it means more.
Yeah.
Like, we still want weight to follow, but you need some support. The reason why we do the pedals like this is to actually break the forces on the way back.
Yeah.
So like, if you think, if I push off the left to get to the right, I need to stabilize that. Yeah. I need to have something to stabilize, otherwise I am going to move.
You are going to go.
Yeah, if I don't have good location, then it's easier to go, right?
So interesting.
So I need something to break and to load up against. A little bit like if I was on a wall, I push the wall, I'm going to go that way.
Yeah.
If I was to fall into the wall, I've applied a pressure into it to stop me falling into the wall.
Yeah.
So if I've done that, and I've done that nicely, and I push off towards the target, well, if I didn't stabilize the left, it's going to collapse and break.
Go. Yeah.
So what we then do is we use the left foot to break that weight shift and turn it then into rotation.
Yeah, that's so interesting. Yeah.
Like, honestly, when you get this, you get it.
Yeah.
And it means, for me, it just means so much, because
Yeah.
if you're getting this bit wrong, like, you're still a good golfer, you're going to be a good golfer today, tomorrow, like you're a good golfer. I just think we could make you more efficient with it, which will just make your life easier.
Yeah.
Has that been useful today, mate?
Yeah, it has. Yeah, it's just so in depth, but it's like what I like about it, and I think golf coaching should be this way inclined moving forward. Is like we've now got a generation where we've got data, and when like you're not in a time now where we're like, oh, like that looks good. Well, like let's back it up.
Yeah,
like, can you show me a black and white number that proves that that is good, you know, or it's wrong?
Yeah, we've gone past the day with a 7-iron, pro leading on a 7-iron. I think there is an element though where like there are some coaches that just love seeing ball flight. I 100% get that. I'm not anti that at all. Like I actually think that's lost in a lot of coaches now. They just they can go straight into
straight onto the iPad.
Yeah, they really can. And I think there's, like I said, I like coaches that have good instincts.
Yeah.
Greg Rose said that a long time ago. You like the coaches that have good instinct, but they back that instinct up with data. And that data can change their mind.
Yeah.
Because that's just getting the best of both worlds, isn't it?
Yeah, it is, yeah.
Like I want to see, does this actually from him make you better or not?
Yeah.
Because if it's not, then we need to adjust some drills.
See what's going on.
Or maybe you're just not doing it.
Yeah.
But yeah, I think that's the fun stuff. The next practice session for you, I think, will be the most important one. Yeah. But just go and have some fun and like.
Yeah.
I think
that there's not too much like thought behind it as well. You're simply training these things by just putting something a little bit underneath your foot
honestly,
and swing.
Simple coaching. But it's done based on facts, based on actual some science behind it, as opposed to just
do that.
Let's try that, see if that works. But that's kind of what we used to do growing up. Like it was just try loads of stuff.
Yeah, it was. Yeah.
You know, I still remember getting
trial and error.
Films kind of 25 years ago or plus more, like with a camera that didn't pause properly. Like it was a proper big camera that was plugged into the back of a telly. So we went to the driving range, he filmed, went back into the shop, but the telly was massive behind. I sound really old saying this. Plug it into the telly, and then press play. And then, do you remember that Michael McIntyre sketch? I remember it years ago of like him saying when you pause, it like does this shaking.
Well,
that's what it used to be like. You go up to the top and pause, and you just see this. What's my position like? I don't know. Like, whereas now kids, like all of us have got like, well, most of us have got like just decent phones, decent cameras that are recording it. You know, 120 frames per second. Some go up to like 240. You know, there's a lot 4K at 100 frames per second now. It's like we can just record and see ourselves so much.
Do you think that's bad though? In a way,
it can be if you don't
know what you're looking for. Yeah, 100%.
Yeah. Or if, like I've just said to you, like let's say a body, like I knew when I was getting onto the 3D what you can and can't do.
What you were gonna do.
So I was expecting to see some of those numbers. Like I needed backing up. I will always back them up, but I wasn't expecting to see the greatest separation between lower body because I've just tested it.
Because you've seen it.
Like that's where I think, doesn't it sound bizarre not doing it that way around?
Yeah, it's mental, isn't it?
Like if you go for a lesson and you see, well, this is what, like I do honestly believe like everybody, like a golfer should just go and get a TPI screening from someone. There are so many good TPI
Go and see how your body moves to then why you do what you do in your golf swing.
Find that out first. Yeah. And then take that info to your golf coach and go, this is what I'm doing. Can we build a swing around this, or do I need to just go and find a fitness pro or a physio to go? Do I need to get the body better? Because actually,
it's a tough one for the golfer to take though. That one, isn't it? It's like
it's huge, but it's hard to like if
you want to get better.
If you want to get better, and you actually like how frustrating is it like when you've gone for a lesson and you've been asked to do something that you struggle to do. You do it for a couple of shots every now and then, but it's falling back. I've got to ask the question is that the right drill for you?
Right drill for you, yeah.
That's where like YouTube, magazines, they're all great. There's some great info in there, but if you're looking at the wrong drill for you, is that the right
Game over, isn't it?
Yeah, it massively is.
Yeah.
Like massively is.
Yeah.
Awesome.
Yeah, appreciate it, mate. That was great. Thank you very much.
No worries at all.
Yeah, really enjoyed that.